Go time.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of Codex Legendarium. Before we begin our recap, and what a recap it will be, do we have any announcements from anybody? Anything anyone wants to plug, talk about, mention?
Nope.
All right,
Not this week.
All right, then I guess we're jumping right into the recap because some stuff happened last week. Wow. So we were at the party. We were at the Dieter's soiree at his house, which there will not be any more of at this point. So we were at Dieter's soiree at his house, and just it was a short session. So we started off with Yule hanging out with Dieter at dinner, talking to him. At which point he got his manservant came up and like whispered something in his ear, and he was like, "Oh, I'll be right back," and then he went inside, and then he came back out, and then hung out with Yule. In the meantime, Monty had gone over and found himself a secluded corner, and then Dieter started magically whispering into his ear with the message spell. And the two of them had a conversation, which basically put Monty into go time mode, where he then lit a fire so that everyone would run away, and everyone was herded out of the dining area. And then he went back to confront Dieter and wolfed out. As he did, Lady Shasa, the owner of the circus, used Major Image to basically create an illusion that blocked off view of the fight, preventing anyone from a distance from being able to see what's happening. Once that happened, Tedros joined the fray. Montblanc and Dieter began to fight. Lutz, the manservant, revealed himself to be a deep scion, a horrible shape-shifting fish person. Lady Shasa joined in once things started looking bad for Dieter, and eventually Lutz was killed in an attack of opportunity, and then Dieter's whole front of his throat was ripped out to the point where spine is visible from the front, but his body was yanked back into a horrible crab portal. And then we ended with Tedros and Montblanc trying to fight Lady Shasta, but discovering that she is immune to most things, making it very difficult to fight her, and they just kind of let her go. I would at this point actually like to share a fun fact that is one of those things that will never come up now that that fight happened, but is things that happened that could have come up. So now I just want to share them with you because for funsies, so I'm not the only one who knows these. Dieter was actually out of spell slots when that fight started.
Oh.
The reason being that wisdom saving throw Montblanc made at the end of the session before this one was Dieter attempting to use the spell on Montblanc called Enemies Abound, which makes you incapable of telling friend from foe. And the way that was going to manifest was going to be Montblanc was going to look around, and everyone at the party was going to be Dieter. So when Tedros turned to talk to him and say something, it would have been Dieter sitting next to him and saying it in Dieter's voice, and Montblanc would have just surrounded by Dieters.
Killing everybody at the party. That would have been fun.
But you made the saving throw on that one. And then the other thing was that after he got the whisper in his ear, and then he went back and went inside, when he came out and while he was messaging Montblanc, I don't know if you noticed, but he was not message requires you to at least whisper into your hand, basically.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing that.
Yeah.
Reason being,
Duplicate.
Not a duplicate, kind of. It was Major Image. It was an illusion.
Fucking knew it.
So that was an illusion that Yule was talking to for that time, while the real Dieter was inside, out the window, looking around, trying to find Montblanc and messaging him to taunt him. And then at the end of the duration of Major Image, he swapped back out. Because I think, I saw you noticing that, you were, keeping track of the details when he came back out. Because when it was the illusion, servants opened the door for him, and Lutz pulled his chair out and pushed it back in, so he didn't actually touch anything.
Fucking knew it.
Yep, whereas when
he wasn't eating.
Yep, and he wasn't eating.
Knew it.
Yep, because he's...
I thought he was just weird.
Nope, for that part, he was an illusion. Because, since he was taunting Montblanc in public... Basically, because it was about when he went inside that was when Montblanc, I think, left to go start the fire.
Mm-hmm.
He was planning on taunting Montblanc at the table, So since he was going to be within line of sight, he was like, I'm gonna swap out for an illusion. So I'm trying to goad him into attacking me where everyone can see me. But then I'll be safe because it's an illusion. It'll go through my illusion. I can make it look like whatever I want, and then I can just turn public opinion against him. But then like he ran away, so he came back out. And he's like, "Where the fuck did you go?" And he was like trying not to let on. He was like up on the second floor, just like staring out the windows, like, "Where the hell are you?" So that was his spell slots that he used up trying to fuck with you, and then you just attacked him, and he didn't have any left to defend himself.
Wow.
Because he wasn't expecting you to just jump him at his own party. He did have that.
I got plans.
But yeah, he did have that one like the crab field of everything, but he can do that without casting a spell slot. Anyway, so as we get started with you all, or the two of you really just standing here with just the grass soaked with, and like the flagstones soaked with blood, mostly Lutz's because his head is like gone and he's like in pieces on the floor. You can hear the sound of footsteps approaching as a large amount of naval presence starts making their way over.
Mask of many faces, I take on the visage of Dieter.
Ooh. Interesting choice.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, all right, you do that, and you look exactly like Dieter does.
And I'm gonna make sure I look like I'm wounded.
Okay. Just double check something. All right. Interesting. All right. All right. So you make yourself look like Dieter.
Yep.
And yeah, the naval officers, like the naval captains, make their way over and start just like running over, and you can see them like stop. They can see the blood, and they can see just like Lutz dead on the ground, like the tentacle head spread out. You can't really. It's actually because you destroyed his head. No, you can see like the fins and stuff on his arms, but like his head is gone, which was like the most monstrous part. But like clearly there's like that's a monster right there. And they make their way over. It was gonna be the captain that you would talk to. But it's not going to be him that talks to you this time because he doesn't have shit to say to Dieter. He's friends with you, not Dieter. So in that case, who is it going to be? Let's see, taking me by surprise here. So also, yeah, real quick, actually, backing up because this is not a thing that Montblanc has been able to do before.
Yeah.
So I would imagine, actually, if we just back up a few moments, like you killed Dieter, you successfully slayed an avatar of Malakost.
Sure.
And as that happens, you can just like feel just like strength flow into you. Your tentacled tattoo just like writhes happily on your arm. Maybe even grows a little bit. And as it does, you can just like feel this surge of additional abilities within you, and as you basically think to yourself, like, it'd be great if I could just disguise myself as Dieter right now, your appearance just like ripples and changes, and then you find yourself looking down at Dieter's hands, and you find you have turned successfully into Dieter.
Cool.
So yeah, let's see, who is it gonna be? Yeah, it's gonna be okay. So Captain Phoenix Rainway, the oldest captain, the one that actually Montblanc had some amount of interaction with when he was younger, comes like hobbling up. He uses a cane and like walks his way up, looks at all the blood and things. What the hell is going on over here?
All right, pardon. I'm not going to try to mimic the accent because that's just
so you're good.
Hard.
Yeah.
So just gonna say, Lot attacked us. For some reason, just out of nowhere, just transformed into this monster and attacked us. Thankfully, this individual here, and points at Tedros, saved my life.
And then yeah, they all kind of look around and they look at Lutz's just corpse there, and he like walks over and starts poking at it with his cane, and like gets the cane under one of the tentacles and kind of like lifts it up before it just kind of flops back down to the ground with a wet smack.
I overheard Lutz say something about the Scarlet Skin Carvers infiltrating the Navy. They're among us. We have to find them.
Well, that's a hefty accusation, Captain, but we'll we'll take it seriously.
Good.
Oh, what about the fire?
That should be put out, yes.
Well, like the servants were doing a bucket brigade and everything,
Oh.
but you can actually see that like if you look back in that direction, you can see that like there's like the smoke is kind of like billowing away, but there's like a gap where like the smoke
okay.
appears just like stopped abruptly. And actually, can I ask Tedros and Montblanc to both make perception checks?
17 for 17 plus 4, so 21.
Okay.
9.
Okay. As you're looking around, kind of like talking about the fire and looking in that direction, you can see from a vantage point that can see both where you're at and the fire. And hiding basically behind a corner, you catch a glimpse of Marietta Veer with her hand out in the direction of the
Sick.
fire. But she's also just like,
Yeah.
looks like she's seen a ghost because it looks like she witnessed
Everyone.
everything that just happened.
Yeah. And then me transform.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But she does not appear to be like, especially with you it actually looks like when she heard like the captains coming and everything, and like you were just standing there, it looks like actually she was taking a step forward to come and like do something, and then you transform and she like stops
Okay.
and then just goes back into her hiding place, and then she's just like sees you seeing her and then just like creeps back around the corner.
Also, this man, pointing at Tedros, I want them and their associates, whoever they may be, to be given honors and whatever else we can do for them for saving my life and anything else that may be occurring here on Titan's grave.
Yes, of course. We should he turns to Tedros. Thank you for assisting and helping to save Captain Von Stark's life. Do you have anything? Do you have any other companions that we should know about that we should thank as well? Sir, he's talking to Tedros.
Oh, the Lady Yulyanya, she was with Captain Von Stark earlier in the evening. You probably noticed her up top there.
All right. We'll go find her and everything as long as the fire's put out. We'll send everybody home. I think that's probably best. We'll get everything cleaned up. We don't want to panic or anything. Yes.
Yes. If I recall, Lady Stanway might have information about goings on in the courts. It might be best to talk to the most politically wise individuals to see if they've heard whispers of these rumors and happenings of possible pirates within the Navy.
All right. We'll go find them, and we'll send people go find them, and we'll send everyone home, and we'll have some sailors come and clean this mess up. We wouldn't want whatever that is. We should, I would say, probably burn it.
I think that's best.
All right. So sorry that this inconvenience has troubled your party.
I'm sure we could reschedule.
Indeed. Would you like us to station any additional sailors on your island for your safety?
No, I'm not too concerned. I think the threat for now has been dealt with in a very public manner, so it might deter any would-be assailants coming forward.
All right. You heard the captain. Now spread out. We'll shoo all these nobles back onto their boats, send them home early if they complain. If they complain, point them towards me. I'm looking for someone to yell at.
I'll be in my manor if anybody needs me.
Of course. Lord Von Stark. And then they will start going back into the crowd, and like you're back by the boat, and you can start to see that like people are starting to make their way onto boats and starting to leave, as like kind of like naval people are shuffling them away, and eventually, uh, as you're standing in the boat, eventually, one of the captains, um, let's see, a dwarf woman, makes her way over in like the same naval coat that Monty wears, but just like not as ratty as his is. Like this was actually like well kept. And she says, "Are you Lady Stanway? Are you Lady Yulyanya?"
And she'll like whip around and she's like clutching her deck of cards and she's like, yes, that's me.
We've been told to commend you for your help in saving Lord Von Stark's life, and Lord Von Stark and your companion would like to speak with you, as well as with you, Lady Steinway.
You can see this pause where you're like, it's clear that Yule wants to be like, but I didn't do anything, but she realizes she should just go and check out what's going on before saying anything. And she'll say, yes, of course, I'll come with you.
All right, right this way. And she'll help you and Lady Stanway off the boat and start leading you over to the foot of the terrace where you were sitting a little while ago, where you probably see Tedros and Dieter. That's all you see. No, just Tedros and Dieter hanging out, and just a bunch of blood, and like, you can see like some, as you're getting over there, you can see them, like the two of them are probably overseeing as a couple of sailors have like laid a white sheet over a body where there's like a bunch of blood like from underneath it, and yeah, it's just Dieter and Tedros hanging out together.
Hello, Your Majesty, or my lord. She'll just like do a confused curtsy while like a curtsy in Dieter's direction, but like while looking at Tedros.
And Tedros will slide over to her, and give her a small hug, and whisper in her ear, "It's not Dieter. It's Monty."
What do you mean it's Monty?
I'll explain later.
Okay. She'll just straighten up and look at Monty and just say, like, she'll come up really close to him and just say,
leans back.
Oh, she'll just whisper under her breath from a distance, "Where did we meet?"
The captain left when she walked Yule over. She's not still standing there.
Okay. I don't fucking remember the name of the place. Snow, cold as fuck.
She'll just let out a little laugh and go, "Monty, why do you look like Dieter?"
Just something I can do now. We should get inside.
What if the real Dieter sees you?
Oh, he's fucking dead. It's fine. You gotta get inside.
Let's go.
And I'm gonna look around for. I'm gonna go to Lutz's body.
You know what?
What? Oh, I'm gonna go to Lutz's body.
Okay.
And
that's like under a sheet now.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for. I'm gonna grab some keys.
Yeah, he'd have keys on him. He's the manservant. Yeah.
I'm gonna kick the body. Just like, how dare you attack me in my home? And then unlock the door and step in.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you can go like up onto the terrace and walk in. From the back door, you enter into a magnificent ballroom. Big chandelier hanging from the ceiling. It looks like this was probably where the dancing was going to be later tonight, but that is like it's set up for it too. There's like drink tables and things and stuff. Like it's set up to receive a party, but like
okay. Cool.
Yeah, servants are around looking confused.
Oh, interesting. Since I could do this at will, no spell slots. Every time I get close to that hour end point, I'm just gonna re-up it by doing like a groan in pain and like the hand motion will be like, ugh.
Yeah. You can, yeah, you can, I'll say like, yeah, you can definitely like once an hour, even just like break line of sight from everybody and just like quickly just like re-up it.
And then, all right, Tedros, Lady you. And I make sure all the servants hear this too.
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank the both of you for saving my life today. Look at the servants. Can someone escort us to my chambers? I wish to talk to these two in private. I'm a bit injured. The help would be appreciated. I will ensure the one who does is paid well.
They one of them just like the party servants, just like in a vest and like white shirt, comes over and like basically just like kind of offers an arm to help escort you.
No, that's fine.
I thought since you were injured, you needed help. Sorry.
Well, yes, lead us there. I don't want you to touch me.
Oh, all right. Yes, all right. Right this way. I'm just kind of like confused as to why he's like what his role is here. He just kind of starts leading you to Dieter's bedroom. It's like, how is this helping?
And then we're kind of private away. Did any of the other servants get injured? Did any servants get injured in the attack? Talking to the servant.
Is he freezing for you guys?
Yeah,
or is that
he
me?
froze. No, he froze for us too.
It's not me for once.
That's interesting. My internet's fine. Yeah, I'll be like, did any servants get attacked in the incident?
No, sir. We were mostly focused on putting out the fire. It's the strangest thing, though. We were getting buckets on the fire and pouring water on it. We were putting it out, but then it's as if all of a sudden it just was snuffed. It just vanished, like it was never there to begin with.
That's curious. All right, that's enough for now.
All right. Yeah, and eventually he leads you up to a big set of double doors. Big set of double doors that open up into. He opens them up and it leads into a very large set of rooms. There's like a sitting room at the front. There's like a nice for receiving area. Leads you into there's a back room where there's like a big, huge canopy bed. And like giant windows that look out over the front of the house towards the ocean off the edge of the island. The side room where there's kind of like a study with a desk and bookshelves, and then just kind of like off to the other side, like it takes up like a good corner of the manor basically. There's like another. It's like the other wall that has windows in it is just kind of like just mostly windows. I would kind of like not like a breakfast nook, but just kind of like there's like a table to eat at and stuff, and like nice chairs and things like that. Kind of just like a place to take in the morning.
Okay.
For the beginning of each day.
Before the servant gets all the way back, Tedros will say, "Can you perhaps bring us a bowl and some water? I want to clean up a little bit, if you don't mind."
Oh, of course, sir. Yes, right away. And then he'll leave and go out the doors. He shuts the doors on his way out.
Oh, fuck.
I can't believe we got away with that.
What happened?
Voices down. Keep voices down.
All I said was what happened. You have gone and done something unspeakable.
Yeah. We all knew I was going to do it. And he knew that we were at the manor, Lord Mumbleton's manor. He knew while he was sitting with you at dinner that you were part of this plot against him. He threatened to kill you while you were eating with him. He talked to me. So, yeah, I got to him before he got to you.
Is that what happened when you had left to go?
Yeah.
Are you the one who... You're the one who started the fire.
Of course. I needed a distraction, and I got it. But like I said, he knew the three of us were involved in the plot at Mumbleton Manor anyway. He knew.
And
so
Lutz was not what he seemed in the slightest.
No. So
this wasn't the plan.
Well, the plan changed.
Okay, so what do we do now?
We look through this place for anything we can use, and I'm fairly deceptive, so we're going to play with that as well.
Well, what's our story?
This. Does Dieter have any parchment in here that's and like like an insignia stamp? It's his office and study, so
it is. I think this one actually comes down to this one is going to come down to sheer dumb luck. I'm going to need you to just roll me a flat d20 so we can see something.
17.
Okay. So you go into the study and you look around?
Yeah.
All right. You can look around on the desk and you can find a little box about this big, and when you open up the lid, you would recognize what the box is. It is where nobles tend to keep their signet rings, and you got lucky, and Dieter was not wearing it at the party, because if he had been, it would have gone with his corpse.
Okay, I will slip it on.
That you got lucky, and he was not wearing it.
All right, so come back. Signet ring. I'm gonna write a letter. Sign it with Dieter's signet. And it's going to be a confession and that he's running away.
A confession to what?
His plots that we all have that I gave to Lady Stanway and my mother, all those documents, the proof that he's a Scarlet Skin Carver. I'm just going to write a letter in his name. He's not here anymore. He fled.
Makes sense.
Oh, cool. Like, we got all the proof we need. We have it with my mom and Lady Stanway. They're dealing with that. I told the captains to investigate, as Dieter, to investigate the Navy for Scarlet Skin Carver influence and infiltration, which they're going to be doing, and which they will most certainly find. And, yeah, this letter might be a little cherry on top. We shall see. And we do have somebody aligned with us that knows of his true nature, so we can play on that as well.
So, what happens to what Dieter owns?
The Navy will most likely repossess it, do something with it. I've got a better idea, but I don't have the capabilities of doing that. So,
capabilities of doing what?
Offer it to people that need a home. Peoples that need a home, the poor, downtrodden. Hell, even the servants, give them the place, let them live here. I don't know.
You would actually know that a lot of the servants in the building are also they're like hired on for the party specifically. Like, there's not normally this many people in the house.
All right.
They're just like specifically like party staff. But
okay, I'm gonna. Yeah. Can I find? Does he have like any writing in here, like letters that he wrote, possibly that haven't been sent out, or?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Come on, Monty. Oh, 19.
Okay. You can go ahead and you can make your way, like, kind of look through his desk and everything. You can look through just generally his stuff, and you can find that. Based on a 19, you find all the stuff. It's not hard to find the actual stuff. The investigation check, what that allows you to do, looking through it, is you find, unlike Lord Mumbleton, a conspicuous lack of incriminating evidence in here. And what you would kind of figure, kind of like thinking from his perspective, and like how easy, like that door wasn't locked when you got up here. His home island is crawling with guests. Mm-hmm. So he's probably, if he has any evidence against him here, he's probably hidden it away somewhere very, very hard to get to.
Yeah,
that random party guests wouldn't be able to find. Because like his own bedroom, like random party guests could probably make their way up here and probably try to like bang at his desk or something.
Okay. I assume I know what his writing looks like, though.
Oh, you'd probably be able to like recognize it, but it would help to like if you wanted to like forge it or anything, it would help to be able to see it, just because like you didn't do a lot of writing on the ship when you were together.
Wouldn't it be cool if you could disguise as somebody and just take on their
But didn't you just talk about all of the different like things that we found?
Yeah.
Oh,
but
yeah, yeah. Like,
that-
you have samples of his writing.
Yeah,
Yes.
but it's all
Just like previously.
it's all with my mom and Lady Stanway because they're using that in the political courts.
Well, you also have just samples of his writing here too.
Oh, right. Then I'm gonna use
Like you have mundane samples of his writing,
Yeah.
like nothing that like orders for the stuff you found is like orders for more food, like
Okay.
simple letters to like invite people to like go and like have dinner with
Okay.
him and stuff, but like nothing incriminating. But it is
Cool.
writing samples.
I'm gonna attempt to use those and write a letter to.
Okay.
Before that happens, Tedros will put a hand on Montblanc's shoulder and say, "Hey, you got this."
Thanks.
And he'll cast enhance ability on intelligence,
Cool.
and also he'll use guidance
Hell yeah.
as well.
While you're probably doing that, you would hear a knock at the door, and then the servant would be.
Yeah, I'll
you'd
make,
hear
I'll
a knock
make,
at
sure,
the
I'll
door
make sure the disguise is still up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you heard a knock at the door to say, the water you asked for.
Yes. Thank you very much.
And we'll stand there waiting for you to open the door because
Yeah.
apparently you get the sense the servants do not come into Dieter's
Mhm.
room without permission. So you like go to the door and take it.
Yeah,
from them.
yeah. Tedros will be like, "Yeah, I'll take that. Thank you."
All right. Thank you very much. All right. Let us know if you need anything else. We'll all be downstairs.
Do you go? Tedros will like go to touch my shoulder, but realize it's like higher up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You'd actually like just run into his back and then just have to like slide your hand up, just like invisibility before you get to where his actual shoulder is.
Oh, that's weird.
Yep.
I think on the back works just as well. Doesn't
Yeah.
have to be all the way on the shoulder.
Yeah. Honestly, if it like. As you've been talking to everybody, Montblanc, it's been a
Mhm.
little weird because like everyone's been staring at your chest basically.
Oh yeah.
Because like that's where Dieter's
Yeah, like,
head
right
is
about
on
here.
the illusion,
Yeah.
and like your head is just invisible.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Alright.
So if like
Cool.
if someone were to like try and pat Dieter on the head, they would just like run into Montblanc's face.
All right.
So yeah, be careful with this because any physical contact
that's why
immediately
I'm
reveals it to
being
the
like, don't
illusion.
touch me. Okay. So I'm going to attempt to forge a letter. I'll write it out and send it to you, Sam.
Okay. Question: Are you proficient with forger's tools?
I am not, but I have a very good deception, perhaps.
True. Okay, let's just say go ahead and with guidance and that enhanced ability, go ahead and roll. I will say, actually, I'll tell you that forgery is probably going to be a dexterity check, not an intelligence check.
Because you're trying to replicate their.
Yeah, because you're trying to. It's a fine
that's
motor
fair.
skills thing. But I can say that Tedros, since you probably would like, you're trying to give him
Yeah.
advantage on that. I'll say you could do enhanced ability for dexterity instead,
Okay.
since like you're trying to do it for this specific task.
So
Yeah.
that's advantage on a D4.
Yeah, advantage in D4. See how you do.
Oh man, and just flat dex.
Yeah.
Okay. 21.
Okay. It takes you a while because you're not used to doing this. You can do like multiple passes when you start noticing things, but you have enough writing samples here that eventually, through the course of the day, you are able to put together a pretty like a convincing copy of Dieter's handwriting.
Okay. I'm gonna find an envelope.
Okay. If anyone were to make an investigation check if anyone had a reason to make an investigation check against this, the DC would be 21.
Hell yeah. So I'll find an envelope, put it in the envelope, melt some wax on it to seal it, and then take the signet ring and press it into the wax.
Okay.
And I will write that letter up on my own time, and I'll send it to you. So
Yeah.
that's what Monty's doing right now, is just
All right.
the whole forgery of the letter.
All right. Is anybody else doing anything in Dieter's room while you're all up here?
Yulyanya is just dumbstruck by what's all happened. She's very overstimulated, but she's gonna take the chance and look around.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Tedros will give her. We'll help her with the investigation.
Okay. Are you looking around for anything in particular, or just kind of like?
Could you describe the room again?
Yeah. So it's basically it's kind of 4 rooms in like a T shape. So the first room is just like an entryway and sitting room. It's got like some nice chairs around like a table with a centerpiece of flowers in the middle of the room. Then you come into the main bedroom. You've got like a huge canopy bed. There's a closet. There's like a dresser. like a vanity to sit at, and then like most of the wall behind the bed is windows that looks out over the ocean. The left.
She's gonna rifle through drawers.
Okay, just go through. All right.
Every drawer she sees
Okay.
is rifled through.
It's fancy clothes in the style that Dieter was wearing, just like Titan's Grave finery, basically, is what you're finding.
Even on the vanity.
You look through the vanity and start going through stuff. You get the sense that Dieter doesn't really have like. Dieter's not really a jewelry kind of guy, so as you're looking through, you don't necessarily find anything in the way of like fancy jewelry. But it is just kind of like a place to sit down and just like, there's like a comb for his hair. There's like, just like some basic like hygiene type stuff to like gussy himself up before like get-togethers or things like that.
Tedros will also give the bed the complete once-over under the pillows, in between the mattress and cushions, under the bed, pushing down to see if there's any on any of the like moldings on things, to see if there are any secret switches. So,
okay. Give me an investigation check.
Full shebang. That could have been a better roll. I wish. That's a 9.
Yeah, you're not really. You don't find anything. You're not sure if there is anything to miss, or if you just like if you couldn't find it. But
and at some point, after getting the bowl in the water, Tedros will say, "I got that in case you wanted to check in with your dad."
Oh,
So,
yeah, smart. Thank you.
Yeah.
Would I know who to send this letter to? Who to send this letter to would be the best? Like, who to address this letter to? Who would be the best? Because I want to. My goal is to have it get intercepted.
Oh, okay.
So I have somebody like, I caught this letter. It's I don't know.
Oh, so you're not like, so it's not a confession of like, I would like to confess. It's a confession of like, you're sending it to someone and then it gets intercepted.
Falsifying evidence, yeah.
And then like it's like, okay. So what are the contents of the letter?
Telling Lord Mumbleton that we've been found out.
Okay. So I mean, then probably
that we should leave the island immediately, like as soon as possible.
Okay. And you want the letter to be supposed to be going to Lord Mumbleton, basically, but you want it to get intercepted on the way.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you want it to get intercepted, there's no guaranteed way to make sure it gets intercepted, unless you know somebody who could intercept it.
Marietta Veer.
One option.
Or Cadence.
Another option.
I think somebody tied to the nobles then would be a better option, so I think Marietta Veer might be the better option.
Okay.
Okay.
You'd have to make contact with her and everything. She's currently left the island with the rest of all the nobles.
Right. I'm just gonna go with my original plan then.
You also just have time.
Yeah.
There's no time constraints right now. This is a big house. If you want to do more searching, and like you currently run it, so you are Dieter.
I got a better idea. Okay. Still writing a letter.
Okay. All right. So yeah, the two of you like search through Dieter's bedroom. You don't really find anything in here. And Montblanc is overwriting a letter.
Is there like anything else that seems like, it would be somewhere in his chambers that he would like hide something?
Possibly, but again, like from looking around and also from like Montblanc's investigation check, what you all have basically found is that he got this bedroom ready. It seems like he got this bedroom ready assuming that people would come in here and start snooping. He's a noble that's like hosting this party and everything. You get the sense that basically he expected people to come in here snooping for just like gossip, but then like didn't want that, like in searching for gossip, he didn't want them to then find his actual incriminating stuff. So he's got that somewhere not in here.
Yeah. Tedros will also at some point give the entire room a sweep with detect magic.
Okay. Let me see if that pulls up anything. This is actually a question. Justin, do you know if a spell... Actually, let me check this just might... If a spell is not concentration and the caster dies, does it stay up?
No, it goes when they die.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah.
Then you would
says
actually...
it says under concentration if they drop to 0 hit points in the spell.
But if it's not concentration, it's
if
just
it's
duration.
if it says instantaneous, then it would still be up.
Or just a duration with no concentration.
Unless it
Okay.
like, if it'll specify if it goes away if they die.
Okay.
But some spells don't.
Okay. Then yeah, you would detect Tedros. You would actually detect an abjuration spell on the doorway.
On the doorway.
Yes, that is actually currently like doing something.
Tedros will pull off a coin and flip it up. Pull off like a little coin of energy, like pinkish purple energy, and flick it up. And instead of going down, this time the owls fly up as he casts spell magic.
Okay. It easily dispels as you dispel the alarm spell that he had in his bedroom.
Fuck. Yeah.
But it was a mental alarm sent to him.
Yeah, he did.
It's trying to send him an alarm, but there's no one to send it to. So it's like technically the spell is still there.
Yeah.
But like it's not doing anything. Like there is no real effect of it to it at all. But that's the only magic you detect in his bedroom.
All right. Well, here's hoping we don't need any more third level spells cast today. Or any. Well, I can do one more second. Is there anything else?
Is there anything shiny that you might want to just take?
Let me...
I mean, he's dead. He's not using it anymore.
Oh, yeah. So there's a fireplace in the bedroom part of it, and up above the fireplace is a very, very ornate, curved saber set up on the up on the mantle, like up on a display stand. Like a black, very, very well made oiled black leather scabbard. The handle is like gold wire that's been wrapped around it. It's got like a very nice bejeweled handguard to it. It looks very, very fancy.
She's going to like clamber up there and take it off the wall.
Okay.
And then she's going to like walk up to Monty with it behind her back.
Mm-hmm.
And just say, Monty.
Yeah.
I found something I want to keep.
Then keep it.
Okay, but how am I going to get out of there with this?
Do you show it to Monty?
Yes.
Montblanc, you would recognize the one of the swords that basically is the badge of office that captains are given when they're given commission of their ship. It's like every captain is like commissioned a custom saber that like is decorative and uses their badge of office.
I don't recommend you steal that because then they'll know you robbed Dieter because it's a badge of office thing. I'll
Okay,
hold on
but
to
what
it.
if you give it to me? You're Dieter.
Yeah, so here's the thing. That would put off alarm bells, and people be like, oh, that's the captain wouldn't just give away their badge of office sword. How about this? I'll disguise myself as Dieter, like I still am. I'll have the sword in my person because I want to show up proud. And then, in secret, I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you. And she'll wander around looking for more shiny things.
If there are any other weapons or armor or anything in there, he will take a look and Tedros will take a look at that stuff as well.
Okay. You don't find any other weapons or armor in here, actually. Dieter had on him, he had his rapier at his side, which you discovered was entirely decorative because he kept his actual weapon, a ugly-ass boarding axe, in the lining of his coat. But both of those are gone now. So yeah, his 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 bedroom, really not like very relatively bare bones. It's almost like it's set up. The best way I can describe it is like it's a bedroom that's like it's set up for an open house. Like when when like someone is like selling a house, it's like as if it's set up as if like
it's staged.
Yes, it's staged. It's on display. It's prepared for people to be in here, even though they're not supposed to be. And you have an alarm spell at the door. It is still set up with the anticipation that people will find their way in here when they're not supposed to.
I'm sending you the letter.
Okay.
It's a Google Doc. Finish writing it? All right.
Could we look around the rest of his house before we go? I mean, you're Dieter. You could give us a grand tour.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do that. Actually, we're going to do that. But I got a big favor to ask of you, Yule.
Yes?
All right. Actually, maybe not. Sorry. That might be weird.
Interesting.
Actually, you know what, Yule? Yeah. I'm going to hand Yule the letter.
Mm-hmm.
And say, you're quick. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. At some point before we leave Titan's grave, hopefully soon, I want you to take this letter, sealed envelope, to Captain Rainway. And I'll describe Captain Phoenix Rainway.
Mm-hmm.
Find him. Ask a Navy person you have important information for Captain Rainway about the attack on the manor and things at large involving the infiltration into the Navy. And that curiosity got the better of you. I'll let you weave the tale. But, you saw, or you took this letter on... No. Fuck. That doesn't make sense.
What's in the letter?
Lies and truths. Best way I can describe. Basically, I'm sending a letter to who I assume would be the next higher up in the Navy at this point. And basically saying Lord Mumbleton has intimate knowledge of the dealings of the Scarlet Skin Carvers and coerced me, Dieter von Stark, into doing everything. It's a confession. And basically said, I'm fleeing the island. If you come after me, I will burn the Navy and Titan's grave to the fucking ground. So, that's what it is. And it's in his writing and with his signet ring, so, I just don't know who the best would be to have deliver it to.
Well, I have a suggestion.
Okay, I was also going to say you can also consult your dad on this because Tedros did get the
fuck.
the bowl of water.
1 second, sorry. Tedros, actually, what were you going to say, Tedros?
Kind of an out there suggestion.
Yeah.
What if you ran, like, from us, like, from here? Like, what if you were seen running from here?
Yeah, that's smart, actually. And then
That would give us a chance to
leave this letter behind as evidence.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a thought.
Where we
you
gonna,
have a better idea.
You know, that's a good. That's a fucking. That's a good idea. That's a really fucking good idea, Tedros. Thank you. I'm gonna go into the water bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Papa.
Yes. Yes. Hello, Sullivan. What's been happening?
Rat.
We felt something. Is Dieter dead?
Yes, I killed Dieter, and I forged a letter in Dieter's name, implicating him.
I was going to say, you do look like him at the moment.
Oh, right.
A second, but
yes, it's part of my abilities.
I'm aware. We gave him to you.
Excellent. I framed Dieter for the mutiny that happened to me.
Is it really framing?
No, it's truth, but I think it's a push in the right direction. I'm trying to use some of the political sabotage and thread spinning that I grew up around. Tedros here suggests that I use this disguise and help solidify the claim in the letter that Dieter is fleeing the island, and flee disguised as Dieter, and then eventually find somewhere to hide, drop the disguise, and Dieter will have been seen as leaving. And that suggestion is leave the letter behind in the manor and have someone come upon it, I assume, or have someone deliver it to Captain Rainway, because he, I believe, with Dieter's death, he would be the next in line in the Navy hierarchy.
He is the eldest. I'm surprised he's still serving, even.
What's your suggestion?
I think if the intention is the letter is a you said the letter is some sort of confession.
Yeah, I'll read it to you. I'll remember what I wrote.
Yeah.
Captain Rainway, it's worth mentioning that Lord Mumbleton has intimate knowledge of the dealings with the Scarlet Skin Carvers in our navy, and had coerced me into working alongside him for years now. The guilt is eating at me after my near-death encounter, and I feel like Titan's Grave is no longer safe. I was coerced into orchestrating the mutiny on the Orchid, which caused the death of its then captain, and which sullied the name of the Orncroft family on the whims of Mumbleton, who wanted more power in the political courts and to sabotage the work the Orncroft family were doing with the poorer communities. I pray you have bigger fish to fry in the case of Lord Mumbleton and the pirates that still dwell within your ranks, which are the true threat, and that you'll let me flee this island, and if you chase after me, then you do it against your own peril. I will burn the Navy and Titan's Grave to the fucking ground. Lord Dieter von Stark.
Well, it's a good idea. I think if that's what the direction you want to go, then I would say is have one of the servants deliver it to Captain Rainway. It's an official letter from Dieter, so there's no reason. Yes,
I gave Mother and Lady Stanway some implicating evidence that we found at Mumbleton's Manor anyway. So I believe with the two together, and I also ordered Captain Rainway as Dieter to investigate the Navy for Scarlet Skin Carver infiltration. So, and we could just say that they'd most likely assume that was Lord Dieter buying himself some time to flee the island, most likely.
I have an idea.
Yes.
We could spread this rumor from many points. I mean, I could go out and tell people that Dieter von Stark, in a fit of guilt, confessed to me and told me that he was running away, asked me to run away with him. We could say where he's going and lead them in a direction that goes nowhere.
I don't want to send the Navy on a goose chase because they do defend the island and the nation. So I think I don't think he would say where he was going, but that's a good idea. Okay, cool. I'm gonna put the letter on the desk.
Okay.
And I'm gonna call for a servant to come here.
Okay. Well, your dad did have a few more things to say too.
Sure.
Which you say, it sounds like also from your contents of your letter, you're trying to clear the family name as well.
Of course.
If you should be prepared, though, if you want to clear the family name, you're implicating Lord Mumbleton and everything, but if you want to make sure that it happens, there will be basically there will be a trial, and I am not your mother, but I know a few things from speaking to her did rub off on me. Lord Mumbleton has allies in the nobility. The nobility would be who would handle the trial. However, this is depending on how you want to go about this. If the trial was between you and Dieter, then, and when I say you, I mean truly you, that would be a naval concern, not a nobility concern, which would leave Lord Mumbleton with no allies to call upon.
So we should go that route as well.
That would make it the easiest. However, that would require you to reveal yourself.
Yeah.
It would also require perhaps some creativity to make sure that they don't attempt to find Dieter before the trial date.
Yeah. So I think the fleeing thing's a good idea, not revealing where he's going. And then disguising myself as Dieter and looking like I'm fleeing the island, jump in the ocean, so as far out as I can get, and then drop the disguise and come back, because I can breathe underwater. So
True. If you, well, if you wanted to, you could give them quite the target to chase.
the orchid.
I believe it is docked here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm gonna look at the two friends that I've made. Briefly drop the disguise of Dieter.
Yeah, it's at will. You
Yeah,
can
I
just
can
like pick it up, put it down. Yeah.
Tedros, you. Two of the best friends I could have ever asked for. I hope we'll see each other again.
What do you mean?
Just, I'll be back. It's fine.
Wait, son.
Yes.
You are currently Lord Dieter von Stark,
Yeah, of
head
course.
of the Titan's Grave Navy.
Right. I could order them to take the orchid away.
Or you could just take it yourself. But also, before you go ahead and flee and begin this point of no return, just think if there's anything you would like to do with the current position you are in. You currently are wielding an immense amount of power and influence.
The things you could say.
Things you could say, you could do, resources. If there's anything hidden still in his house,
like I
you
said,
have time.
Yeah.
Why don't we just wait? We explore the house. We do all of this. This plan, it does happen, but it doesn't have to happen tonight.
It should happen soon, though.
It should happen very soon.
I will say I am pretty sure that whatever Malakost wanted with his body or is planning to do through the Scarlet Skin covers is
it's gonna get increase the timeline on it. So
I just want you to know that's nothing that I've come across so far has been.
I just don't think we should do anything too rash. I mean, like Monty's dad said, you have a lot of power that you're wielding right now.
But here's the thing, there's a lot of things Dieter himself wouldn't do, and it'd be suspicious if Dieter just randomly did them before he left. So I don't want to draw suspicion that someone could be masquerading as Dieter. So I don't want to be like, do all this for the poor community.
I will say, though, that there is something to be said about consulting a religious official and having a change of heart. And it would not be out of character for him to give his manor the once over before he runs, just to make sure that nothing else incriminating could be found.
Of course. Yeah. Let's give this place a once over, and then I don't want to leave this plan until tomorrow. I feel like tomorrow's too late. So once we're done here and figure out what else we can do, I'm gonna enact this plan before the morning. I don't want to leave it too long, just because I'm worried about what you said, Tedros. Yeah. All right. Dieter disguised again.
Well, let's get on with it.
Looking like Dieter again. All right.
Does Dieter lead us through the mansion?
I've never been here. Yeah.
Good news. You can just literally go through every single room here.
That's true, and it was okay. Whatever. Yeah. Just going to explore. Looking for like points of interest.
Okay. There are servants around still. They're basically just kind of like waiting for orders, pretty much.
You all can take the night off if you'd like. It's been a day.
They're not are gonna argue, so they just go and just like leave.
Yeah.
Leaving. You can send as many of them home as you want. Yeah.
Before he does that, though, Yule is going to place her hand just like on the inside of his arm.
No. It'll show off that it's a disguise.
Yeah.
Even if she doesn't touch him?
You'll phase through me.
Yeah. You can't tell where he actually
Yeah.
is. His arms are thicker than Dieter's are, so like his actual arm starts here, but it looks like it starts here.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. So yeah, okay. So yeah, you can send all of them home. Like they're not going to argue. It might look suspicious, but like if you vanish in the morning, that would make sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can leave them home, and you could just have the night to start looking through the manor. Go ahead and everyone give me investigation checks.
All right.
15. Oh, yeah, 15.
Literally a 4.
Gonna go with a 2 off that nat 1.
Oh God!
I will say though,
but you can
Tedros-
re-roll ones.
No, you can't. Oh wait, no, that's right.
Yes, he can.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
That's right. I forgot you have that.
You
on.
always correct me that I can. I know that
That's
he can.
right. I keep forgetting you have that awesome feat that lets you
Bountiful
reroll.
luck is different
Yes.
than luck.
Is a whole 5 points higher for a 7.
It's still better.
Yeah. Tedros is, however, also going to have detect magic up.
Look up something on detect magic then, because that actually. We'll just look up detect magic really quick because I need to see if. Okay, within 30 feet. Okay. Okay. It wouldn't be. Yeah, it'd be just under a foot. Okay. So between the two of you, between actually the detect magic actually just bypasses a lot of need for investigation because it makes magic stand out like a beacon. And with Monty's 15, the 15 wasn't going to be enough, but with detect magic being cast in the party, the two of those put together will actually get you there. In just sort of like it's like an awkward sort of side hallway. It's one of those places where, like, you know how in houses there's those like corridors or corners or things where it's like it's built in a way that doesn't seem like it makes sense, but it's obviously for like structural reasons or something. It's like there's clearly a pillar here, which means like this kind of has like a weird like L shape to it for some reason. Like it makes sense structurally, and it's like an awkward kind of corner that leads to some servants like a servant's entrance. But Tedros is able to identify that there is magic in the shape of a doorway right behind it, and Montblanc is able to identify, just kind of like looking around at it and just investigating through. There's a bookshelf over in the next room, and it's nothing on the bookshelf, but you kind of like run your fingers along the back end of it, and you notice that there is a just slight lever set into the back of, like, behind the bookshelf that's on the same wall as this.
Okay. Found a lever.
Can Tedros use his Tinker's Tool proficiency to give him any sort of idea of whether or not there might be like a mechanism they have to worry about for that?
You mean like a trap?
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a check with your Tinker's Tools. You can like also, if you want to move the bookshelf aside, you can do that too, so you can like get to the lever better. Yeah, because like it looks like it is capable of being moved with the bookshelf still there, but like if you want to be able to see it, you're just gonna have to slide it out of the way.
I'll help Tedros and move the bookshelf.
Yeah.
What ability am I adding to this?
For the help action, perhaps? The helping?
No, that just no.
I appreciate the attempt.
Can I cast guidance?
Intelligence. If only you could. It's going to go with intelligence. Intelligence and
okay.
proficiency because you have because your Tinker's tools.
Okay, then that is going to make it a flat 10.
Okay. You're not entirely. You look at it and it's basically a lever, though, just kind of like gently moving with it and like poking around. The way I'm going to describe it to you people who have existed in the modern world, is that it moves similar to a gear shift.
Weird.
In that you can detect that just kind of like playing with it and poking at it, that it does have sort of like some left and right play to it. As it moves down, you can kind of just like detect that there's like specific spots on the left and the right that are like multiple options for it to go to. It's not just like pull straight down. You just don't necessarily know what that means, whether or not that's part of the mechanism or what.
All right.
You good there?
Okay.
I can get something else to pull it while we stand back.
Oh, oh no, never mind.
Sure, but it's not just like a straight pull down. There's like a
All right.
back and forth sort of.
I got someone that could play with it for us, and then we'll just stand back.
Sure. I'm okay with that.
Okay. I'll roll up the sleeves and the tentacles. I wouldn't see the tentacles right now. Roll up the sleeves. And...
You actually roll up your sleeves, and the sleeves don't even roll up.
All right.
Wait, I feel like I'm losing my mind. Oh no, I do have Mage Hand. Why don't I just use Mage Hand?
Aww. Okay.
just in case you don't want to, potentially damage anything.
I'm not gonna damage anything.
Yeah, well, I mean,
if you want to do what you were going to do, you can do it. But I can also just lift. I can.
All right, might as
grab
well.
it from a distance.
Might as well.
Yeah, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay, so she'll just use Mage Hand to pull the lever.
Just, how do you pull the lever?
Oh God. Describe the lever again.
Basically, it moves like a gear shift. It has like left and right. It has like you can move it like down a slot to the right a slot, down a slot to the like. It kind of has the thing where, like moves into a neutral position, then locks into place at the left and right.
Do you have any sort of idea what direction I should move it in?
Nope.
Tedros.
Can I try to at least just like investigate this and see if there's any sort of pattern to this or like anything I should like that should come intuitively?
No, it doesn't seem to be. There's nothing
okay.
intuitive about it. Yeah, no.
All right. Well, we stand back and pull the lever down one notch.
Okay, you hear like a. Nothing happens.
All right. Keep going down one.
You just go down one notch at a time.
How many are there? Down?
6.
Okay, we just go down one at a time.
All on the left. Basically, there's six slots on the left and 6 slots on the right.
Okay. So I'll do all the ones to the right first.
Nothing happens.
To the left?
Nothing happens.
And then I can go left and right, right? Or is that just...
Okay. Real quick, while you're doing this, I'll say, Tedros, as you're looking at this and watching Yule's mage hand, like watching, it's like, if I remember correctly, you have mage hands for telekinesis, which means there isn't even a visible hand. It's just like
there's
the lever.
Nothing there.
The lever
it's
is just
going
moving
all
on its
over.
own. Yeah. As you're watching that, you see all these different positions that the lever is in, and kind of see that like nothing is happening. You get a sense of what this actually is. It's a strange sort of input for a combination lock.
Yeah.
Okay.
At this point, she's been moving it around in so many patterns. It's just going back and forth really angrily right now.
All right. Take it easy.
All right, I got an idea, Tedros.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up to the mechanism. What if I damage the mechanism?
Please don't damage the mechanism. I
I
have
feel
no
like-
idea how to.
Yeah, we're never gonna figure out how it works, and we're kind of stuck. So
Well, you might not figure it out, but the
Yeah,
last.
what makes you think we couldn't figure it out?
I mean, that's
because it's
literally
been like
what I do for fun.
15 minutes,
It hasn't been that long. I've just been wiggling the thing.
and Tedros.
Try
Could,
15 years.
if Tedros
How long do you
could,
think-
if Tedros was staring at it and couldn't deduce what it does, I don't think I'm gonna be able to
Oh,
deduce what it does.
hey. First of all, that's putting a lot of pressure on me and taking a lot of credit off of her, okay? Let's
Well,
just
and plus,
take it
we're
easy.
just wiggling a thing. We could just find out more by looking around the house more and come back to this. Maybe it's some sort of a code. Maybe we need to find the right information.
I'm going to give it another try. And Tedros this time is going to cast Enhance ability on himself.
Okay.
And he's going to try and see if he can figure this out again.
I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna pat Tedros on the back for the help action. Yeah, you got this. I'm right here. I'm looking at it with you.
Enhance ability already gives
Yeah,
an advantage.
double
so
advantage. Let's go.
Not a thing. But I appreciate the help. All right, go ahead and roll with advantage.
I can melt it with acid if you need me to.
This is an intelligence check.
Yeah, intelligence with proficiency because you're investigating with your Tinker's tools.
It is a 13.
A little better.
Just letting you know, I'm proficient in investigation, just in case.
So it's not specifically for this is not investigation. It is actually him using the Tinker's tool
Yeah.
because he's actually investigating the mechanism. Because basically, Tedros, what you're doing now that you kind of know now that you know what it is. Basically, what you can do, like there are parts in there that like slide side to side and things like that. You have little like lockpick like things that you can use to kind of like feel around and investigate. Basically, what you find is as you're poking around at this right now, there is a potential to be able to figure out what the combination is by poking around at the mechanism. I'll say this is kind of what you find with this round of it is like you could potentially figure out what the combination was just by poking around at the mechanism. It'd be kind of difficult. You could also potentially just like take the mechanism apart and see if you can just like get the block out of the way. If you could just kind of like manually trip the like basically if you get all the locking mechanisms out of the way, you could just like manually turn whatever the mechanism is, but you also then risk breaking it.
Right. He will give one more attempt to try and figure out what the combination is by like testing each of the
Okay.
parts.
What is the duration on enhanceability again?
And it is an hour.
Oh, I
full
still
hour?
Oh, fuck! I still have that up then.
Then okay, this second attempt will finish off that enhanceability, but you can go ahead and try.
All right. Oh, look, a number above 10. That is an 18.
Okay. And what were you going for? Were you trying to figure out the combination or take it apart?
Figure out the combination.
Okay. Basically, you can just like basically this is going to take you like that half an hour pretty much to investigate. So the rest of you can kind of sit there and you're just kind of like watching him. Montblanc, at some point you have to like re-up your disguise, mostly just like in case someone sees you through a window because you sent all the servants home. You're pretty much just alone on this island, the three of you. And you can basically just like work your way through the mechanism, just like take notes and just like kind of note through like the grooves and like parts of it, like the track that it needs to be on, and like you basically notice that there's this one part inside that you've kind of like felt your way across that rotates as the lever gets into each of those places, and just kind of gradually you kind of like it's almost like you're peeling away layers to something and working your way away as like things get into place, and you are able to by the end of that half an hour you are able to put together the full kind of like numbering them like 12, 6 on the left, 6 on the right. There's a 12 sequence combination you are able to figure out from this half an hour of investigation.
Yeah. And Tedros will be like, see? Got it. And we'll put in the combination.
Okay.
I pull my
Crazy.
bottle of
Yes.
acid away.
He's gonna dump acid in the
Yeah.
in the slot. You know, that would have had an effect. It's a lot slower than that. It's more just like you're like consulting your notes, just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you like work your way through the 12 thing combination, and then all of a sudden, the next one, for the last one, you feel it's kind of like when you open when you open a padlock, like the spinny ones. There's like that tension on the last turn. You feel like when you get back up to the top, you feel that again, and like you feel that basically anytime it moved through the central channel, there was no tension. You start to feel that tension through the central channel, and you know that if you when you pull down, then you can feel that like it actually catches on something, and you hear just like a click, and then the wooden paneling on the section of wall around the corner, there's like a pop, and like there's like dust kind of comes down, and there's like a little gap about it, wide enough to get your fingers through.
All right. Well, he will. I don't know. He'll pull a torch out and cast light on the end and stick it in the hole to see if there's anything in there.
I mean, it's wide enough to like literally just get your fingers into, not like a full torch.
Okay. Then he will.
Basically, it's wide enough that you could just like slide it open now.
Yeah, he'll gingerly slide it open. He'll try not to like put a hand in there yet because he's like, I don't know if it's trapped.
Okay. As you put so you slide your fingers in and then just gradually slide it open, you can see that there is just a doorway and a set of stairs leading down into darkness under the island.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I got
Yule's just been sitting there like playing hand games with the mage hand, and then she looks over and sees that it's open, and she's like, "Oh man!" and gets up and is like, "Are we going?"
All right. Before we go down there, I think it's time that I do something. And I'm gonna flavor this in a really fun way. But I'm gonna drop the disguise briefly, just because I want to see, because I want to possibly scare my friends.
Of course.
The tentacle tattoos start writhing really like violently, and the pores all open up on one arm.
Gross.
And ocean water starts to like dribble out, and like
gross
fog vapors just out of the pores, and then it all disappears. And I'm gonna cast Unseen Servant.
Ooh, nice.
All right. Go downstairs to the servant.
Hey, it drifts its way downstairs. Detect magic would probably be off by now. Detect magic is an hour or two, right?
10 minutes.
It's only 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would that would have worn off a while ago.
Yeah, but I mean, he ritual casts it, so
okay,
just keeps it. So once the door is open, he will. And
ritual cast it again.
Yeah.
Okay. When you look, you do see that like the interior door, like around the inside of the door frame, there is a enchantment. It is evocation. Do you still send the unseen servant through?
Tedros will let him know that there is something on it.
All right. I got someone who can trip any traps if there are any that we can't see.
All right.
Well, that's helpful.
All right, Theodore, down the stairs we go.
Okay, so you send it down the stairs?
Yeah.
It drifts through the doorway and nothing happens. The magic doesn't light up, doesn't go. It stays dormant. Tedros, just kind of from looking at it, then after that you would guess that most likely that is set to go off in the event that someone forces the door open or otherwise damages things, tries to break their way in, but correctly entering the combination not only opens, because it's like you were looking at, it's basically just like a wood panel that slid to the side. You could have bashed your way through it, but like that opened it, but also disabled the trap.
Do all of us want our hands free? Just to help.
Sure.
All right, Terry, back upstairs.
Comes back up.
I'm gonna hand Terry a torch.
Okay.
I'm gonna light it with my tinderbox.
All right.
Floating torch.
Yeah, there's just a torch floating in the air. Like you just held it out, and it's like someone took it from him, but there's no one there.
I really wish.
Oh, cool.
Terry made.
I don't know why I don't do that.
It says they're mindless. Can he make weird little noises every once in a while?
Sure.
Just like click off when you have like aberrant whispering.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Cool.
Oh yeah, Yul says, and then she just casts light in her hands.
Why are you taking away all my fun?
She was just like, why don't I make
I was trying to have
carry
fun.
lights? And then she realizes that she can just make lights float.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, so light does actually, so the light spell does make things glow, so you still need to hold on to the thing. So the unseen servant just like does provide a hands-free way of producing light.
Yeah.
But she just
Tedros-
makes random things glow around her. Is the thing.
So you just like make individual bricks glow as you're walking
or like
along?
something in her hand, like she could make her bracelets glow, or she could do whatever.
Right. Terry, give me the torch back.
When
I'm gonna
before Terry hands before you can do that,
No.
Tedros
It's
will
good to have light in
use
multiple places. Why can't we all just have our own lights?
Tedros will douse the torch with prestidigitation, and he'll just boop it on the tip and cast light on it. So Terry can carry it.
Terry, give Tedros a hug for thanks. If Tedros is okay with that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Terry, give Tedros a hug, even though you're shapeless.
You just feel like arm-like appendages just kind of like wrap around you and give you a weird, awkward hug.
Thank you, Terry. This is strange.
Yul, do you want a hug?
From that thing?
Yeah, Terry.
Sure.
Terry, give Yul a hug.
Yeah, just like shapeless, weird hug.
Well.
Okay. Cool. Glad we got that out of the way.
Yep. Unseen servant, really cool spell.
All right, let's look around.
Yep, lead the way, Terry. Down the stairs.
Yeah.
All right. So Terry leads you down the stairs, and you make your way down, and down, and down, and down. Well, it eventually turns. You're going into like towards the center of the island, and you come out into eventually it comes out into a room which you illuminate as you come in. Just a worked stone room. It's just like carved out of the earth itself. It's cold, it's damp, and you can see just probably the most incriminating location you have ever seen in this so far in your investigation. There are straight up scarlet skin carver banners just
fuck.
like on the walls. There is information set up. There's like books, information, letters, just things all over the place, and then there's one other like doorway at the far end of the room.
All right.
Well, if anybody came down here, they would definitely know what's going on.
Yeah.
That's why this part was magically hidden behind a
think-
mechanism.
Just in my mind, I don't think Dieter would have enough time to gather all this stuff, so I think it might be wise to leave all this stuff here.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw how long it took me to figure that out, and I've been doing this a while.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody who didn't already know would have been able to. This is not the kind of thing you accidentally stumble on.
Nope. Not at all. Which means I think we should be on the lookout for one of those crab head things again. Just in case.
Got it.
All right, where should we start?
I mean, got a lot of evidence right here. But you said there's a door?
There's a door. There is a doorway, not even a full door,
Okay.
just a doorway.
Terry stepped through the doorway.
Makes his way through. Is he still holding a torch?
Yeah.
Okay. He goes through and illuminates a narrow bridge, basically, and then it's just darkness on either side of him.
Does it remind me of the space where we were, where Daddy Dearest was?
Maybe a little, actually.
Oh, cool.
Should we follow?
Most likely, but Eh, yeah, probably.
We're all the way down here.
I'll go first, just because my shit,
Yeah.
and I don't want to. Yeah.
You can feel the tentacles moving on your arm. No one can see them because they're under the
Yeah.
illusion, but you can feel it.
Cool. Yep. That's just how it is. Let's laugh. I'm gonna open up my water skin and talk into the water skin. Any suggestions?
You don't hear a response
Yeah, fair.
down here.
All right, I'm gonna follow Terry through the archway.
Okay. Also, as you're passing by the Scarlet Skin Carver banners, they seem like they're made of leather.
Oh, they're made of human skin.
That's what they do.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that as a fun fact. By the way, those banners are most likely made out of human skin, humanoid skin.
Great. Awesome. So after we've got the incrimination, after we've got the big reveal done, we can torch this place, right?
I assume the Navy will probably do something with it. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't want it as a trophy? That was a joke. I don't want it.
Neither do I.
Does it look cool at least?
Depends on the
As
definition of
cool as human sacrifice would ever look.
Human skin banner? I mean,
Oh my god. Oh.
it's kind of metal.
Okay, so y'all go through the doorway, Monty, first.
Yeah.
We had time to take a short rest.
Oh, we didn't.
Yeah, I'll say there was a short rest.
Oh,
in there
thank
somewhere.
you. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say
please.
short. You had time, just like while you were doing the forgery, basically. That can have counted as a short
That
rest.
makes sense.
Yeah, you
Yes.
have all night, so there's no hurry
All
here.
right, I'm gonna do 2 Blood Hunter dice, I think. No, I'm at 30 hit points. I'm gonna do all my Blood Hunter dice
Yeah, please.
and leave my
I-
Warlock hit dice where they are.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, I could roll a couple.
32. I heal by 32. So I'm at 62 of 86.
Nice.
What's my constitution? Yeah. That brings me back almost to full. So I'm good.
And then I'll mark off the spell slot because I cast Unseen Servant after the
Mhm.
short rest.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But I got my tentacle back, I think.
Yeah.
Can you ritual cast it? I know it's a ritual spell, but
Ritual cast Unseen Servant. No, it's not a ritual spell. I don't think.
But
Yeah,
also,
One.
it is a ritual spell. But I don't know if I know not all classes can cast ritual
Yeah.
spells as rituals.
warlocks are not one of the classes that gets ritual casting. I'm pretty sure.
Just one
Which is-
action for me.
Yeah, that is one of those rules that like I always forget about. It's like only some classes can actually use the ritual tag.
Yeah, if you take a certain pact, you can use ritual spells. I think it's
Yeah,
pact,
it's the
pact of the
Pact of the-
Tome. Yeah.
Pact of the Tome unlocks ritual casting, but yeah. Then there's also just the ritual caster feat, which is actually
Yeah.
incredible
It's great.
for like a fighter to take.
It's
because
great.
It's just like yeah, I can just like cast any spell that's a ritual spell as long as I can like copy it down like
Yeah.
a wizard. It's so good.
All
Like,
right.
'cause there's a lot of good spells like that. But okay, so you start moving forward.
Forward into darkness.
Okay, it's just like a narrow stone bridge that leads out into darkness, and just on either side of you, it is just dark. Just
Okay, I jump off the bridge. No. No.
yeah, it's just darkness on either side of the bridge. No dripping water like that last time you went through a bridge like this. This one, just the darkness feels more oppressive. It feels like there is like things watching you from the shadows.
Okay.
And as you make your way along it, eventually it doesn't actually go to connect to another side. It eventually just ends. It widens into like a circular platform just at the
Oh,
end of the bridge that just
great.
juts out into the darkness.
Oh yeah. Terry, throw the torch down the chasm thing.
Just do you have him throw it straight down or forward at all?
Forward probably.
Okay. As he throws it forward and tumbles forward, you can see it illuminates a wall, a unfathomably large wall in front of you. The light does not reach any edges to it, and that wall is covered in like probably 10-foot long crustacean like legs and claws carved out of the stone, all sticking out in just like one enormous mass, just tangled together, and as they're reaching out through the stone, and as the torch just kind of like, basically the torch gets into that tangle and just kind of like bops and tumbles its way down between them like a plinko machine.
Yeah.
And it just keeps going down until you can't see it anymore.
You ever get that?
And this time it
jump?
doesn't fall from the ceiling.
Yeah. You ever get that urge to just jump?
Nope. Nope. Can't say that I have. I've had many urges in my time. That's not one of them.
I think
Maybe
that's,
out of a tree?
I think that's Malacost. We're supposed to be.
Yeah. Do we really need to go in there?
There's nowhere else to go.
Yeah. And as you're standing there, actually, Montblanc.
No, cool beans.
Everyone hears this, but like Montblanc, you feel it. You feel the words just echo out from the darkness in front of you.
Oh, cool. That's nice.
Who dares stand before me?
Why do you care?
You trespass where you do not belong, mortal.
Oh, fuck. I go where Datema tells me.
I thought I smelled her stink on you.
Yeah, you don't smell so great as well.
Were you to meet me in person, the stench of my rotting flesh would overwhelm your feeble mortal mind.
I believe that.
Gross. And so the other two can't actually like hear what he's saying?
They can hear this. It's just like you. It's like
cool.
You like feel. It's like you know when there's like a really loud bass, you can like feel it rumbling in
Right,
you.
cool.
It's like to them they just hear this. You can feel like it like makes your teeth itch.
Oh, hell yeah. I'd very much like to meet you in person eventually.
Perhaps that can be arranged.
I bet.
You sent my servant back to me.
And what's your plan with him now? It's pretty weak. I think you need better ones.
He has failed, and I agree.
So what's going to happen to him then? I'm just curious.
Nothing good.
You know what? I'm okay with that.
You are arrogant.
Yeah.
You think you've won.
Not at all.
Then you are smarter than most.
I came down here. I don't think that's really smart. I'll be honest.
You are finite. You are small. You will die one day, and I am eternal.
That's cool. Yeah.
It may not be within your lifetime, but I have patience, and one day I will find my way into your world, and I will carve out its insides and wear it like a new shell.
Not gonna lie, that's kind of cool. If I'm just being honest. Yeah. Don't think I can let that happen.
I have all the time in your world.
Good. You're gonna need it.
Stop me now. You will be gone eventually, and your successors will one day fail.
I look forward to it then.
Until then, mortal.
Until then, fucking, I don't know, Krusty Krab? I don't know. Crabs? Shellhead?
I think he gets it.
Dick face?
Yeah, I think he gets it.
Wanton vulgarity is the last refuge of a small mind.
Yeah.
Be gone from me, then.
All right. I can't do anything right now anyway, so yeah, sure.
And then, as at that, it's like, you know how you can tell, kind of, there's like a feeling when someone is in a room versus someone's not in the room?
Yeah.
It's like you didn't realize you were having that feeling of someone being in the room until it's gone, and you can, like, feel a presence just fade and vanish.
That's cool. I think we're done here.
Yep.
I think
Yeah, let's go.
I think I'm supposed to stop that guy.
He sounds terrifying.
Oh man, I'll be honest. I feel like I got something to live for now after stopping Dieter, so this is exciting for me. Whew, I'm excited.
Would be the biggest monster you ever hunted.
Well, maybe.
That worries me. All right, let's go.
Yeah, I definitely think we have all the stuff we need. Just direct people to the basement. Maybe not direct them down here. Just out of safety. I don't want anyone accidentally forming a pact with that thing. You know? So, just gonna mosey on out of here.
Yeah. Give me maybe tomorrow. I can see I might be able to do something to at least keep people from going too much deeper in there.
Yeah, just put up a sign.
Extraplanar evil.
Extraplanar evil. Don't go this way lest you lose your mind.
Guys, I've been thinking.
Yeah.
Who all knows that Dieter's dead?
Us.
Us and some weird lady
Lady Shasa. That's who we were talking
who
about.
didn't seem too upset about it, to be honest.
She
There's
also
also-
didn't seem to be affected by anything that I did.
Same here.
She literally walked through the spell that tore up that guardian when we were downstairs.
And I
in
think-
the well.
Oh, and Marietta Veer, because she saw the whole thing. Which is good, because she hated Dieter and she's on our side, so.
Okay, so, on the bright side, the pretty girl from the garden knows that Dieter is dead and that she won't have to marry him.
Yeah.
On the not so bright side, the patron of my family's circus knows that Dieter is dead, and why does she know that Dieter is dead? You fought against her?
Yeah.
She fought against us.
Yeah, and then
Until
Because
she
she's with Dieter,
and then when
is
Dieter
what you're
and
telling
then, and
me.
then when Dieter died, she basically confirmed the two whether she didn't care really. He's like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
I'll find someone else to play with.
She, what she said was that with him dead, her business arrangement was done, and
Yeah.
therefore she had no horse in this race anymore.
So yeah,
Monty is a very unreliable narrator, so Yule gets none of that.
it's because the player didn't remember.
Just
Monty describes things interestingly on purpose sometimes.
this is true. This is true.
Anyway.
I would describe that as I heard it because that's important. I wouldn't just
Okay.
like go around and go, oh yeah, it's fine, or, you know.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, anyway, that's not great. But on the bright side, she didn't see me with. Oh, she saw me with Tedros.
And she would have seen you with Dieter as well.
Well, that was going to be a good thing. I was going to convince her I was a woman of worth. Listen, I had a whole plan.
Yeah. Again, he knew we all infiltrated Mumbleton Manor, so I think that plan was moot anyway. I think he was gonna use that against us anyway. So
Yeah.
He told me
And-
he confirmed to me that he knew we were all together and broke into the manor. He knew we were plotting against him. He basically told me he was going to kill Yule. So, you know.
Did he say that?
Yes, he did.
Did he say those words?
Yeah, he did. In a
He
more
said, "I'm going to kill you." See, I don't know that he said those words.
In a more complicated way, he said it, but he definitely insinuated it.
I want you to stop trying to protect me and start letting me also be in on decisions that we make.
I'll be honest, I didn't do it to protect you.
Okay, so then why are you making an excuse that you did it to protect me?
Because y'all are getting real mad at me right now, and you don't know what shit I'm dealing with while I'm here. So, it's personal, it affected me, and it ruined my fucking family. So that's why I did it. I did it for my family.
Okay, well, you're allowed to be honest with us.
Yeah, I am.
I'm sorry you had to deal with this. It sucks.
Yeah, it does. And I'd appreciate it if we drop it and move forward.
You can't just move forward from something like this, Monty. We do have to talk things out. I do need to be in on it, and especially if my patron, the circus's patron, whatever her name is, Lady Shasa, if she's involved, I need to know.
It would have been great if I knew that when it happened. I didn't know that was your patron or whatever.
Okay, I'm just saying from here on out,
Yeah,
Monty, I'm not trying to fight you.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Where do we go from here?
I think one of you needs to get the Navy here while I do the whole make people see Dieter run away.
Tedros?
Yeah, that would have to be me.
Tedros, call the Navy. I'm going to a bar.
Great. Just one small thing. The magic that I use to send messages is a little bit bigger, because it can go so many places. And I kind of burned through the last of that. So it might be better if we wait till the morning, unless you want me to try and figure out how sailing a boat works or something.
Yeah. Right.
There's another idea.
All right.
This is kind of on you to do, though. If you could get somebody to come back here as Monty, be kind of cutting it close, though.
Yeah, real close. I got an idea. Could be a little reckless, but it would get the Navy here in a pinch. And I would need you two to tell them when they arrive that you saw Dieter run.
That won't be a problem. What's the idea?
Light the house on fire.
Well, I mean, we already had a fire tonight, so...
Yeah, like a big signal fire. And sure, it's in places where there isn't anything important, like documents and whatnot. And, pray the Navy gets here as quick as possible. I'm sure they would.
I mean, can we just grab some furniture and stuff and set up a signal fire? That way we can, put it out in the hedge maze or something, maybe.
How can we explain the fire, though? Actually, I don't know that's such a good idea.
I was going to say Dieter set the fire to destroy evidence and then left.
Oh, well, that works. I mean, all we'd have to do is grab a bunch of random books from the library.
Yeah, and I got...
Paper damage, it'll look like it's actually documents.
Yeah, and I got oil. And we could burn... Yeah.
Well, I mean, if it's a stone passage leading down to whatever that is, aside from sorting through the rubble, I think most of that would still be intact.
Yeah. And I just want the letter that I wrote to be intact too.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Burn this fucking house down.
All right. Well, let's grab any other things we need.
Yeah. Yeah. And then one of you say you broke into the manor to see if there were any servants inside to save, and you found this letter in his quarters.
That can be.
But we were with Dieter when he sent everybody off.
That's right.
Yeah, you right now you are currently like perceived as guests in the manor, all of you. So like,
We could just say that we fled when the fire broke out. I mean, Tedros could just wait on the steps with the letter. My plan was to go to a bar and start spreading word that Dieter von Stark has fled.
That's a good idea. I'm sorry for raising my voice at you.
It's all right.
I'm not good
I
at
understand you're upset.
Yeah, I'm not good at expressing my emotions.
Thank you for your apologizing. I'm
I'm
sorry that all of this is happening.
I just killed the first person I ever truly loved, so... I'm a bit out of sorts.
Well, how about when you come back, we could have a drink at the ship?
Yeah, that's a plan. And then prepare to out Montblanc, Montauban, and Sullivan Orncroft for this trial with the Navy.
Good luck.
Alright, let's start burning this fucker down then. And I'm gonna take my gallon of oil and just start dumping it in like key spots.
okay,
Yule is going to flee up the steps and actually, she's gonna have to wait. She has to be there until you are perceived leaving.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna make sure Terry's close to me. He lasts for an hour, so for as much time as I have left with Terry, I'm gonna have him also like douse things with me.
okay.
Tedros is gonna kind of give the grounds a once over and try and figure out if there's anything. Try and think of anything that it would be good to try and save, because I feel like there's probably one or two things, but probably not. But I'm blanking on them.
Okay.
Is the orchid docked here as well?
Yeah, the orchid is docked on this island. He had it docked on his island as like a trophy to show off during the party.
Okay.
It's like right next to the house.
Is the crew of the Orchid gonna be on the ship?
No, they're all on shore leave currently.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
They're on like indefinite shore leave
Yeah.
during his courting season.
So once I think I have enough, once I've dumped the entire gallon of oil out in strategic places, is there fireplaces and stuff?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna ensure like fireplaces are lit too, and like take rugs and put rugs partially into the fireplace and partially not, so they kind of just catch and then the flames come out of the fireplace.
Okay.
And I'm gonna close all of the flues.
Oh, okay. Smoke starts falling into place.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm doing.
Okay. All right. So you are officially starting the fire.
In disguise as Dieter.
Right. Okay. All right. I mean, the island is like in the middle
Just
of
in
nowhere,
case.
but yeah. I will actually tell you, all of you, as you're doing this stuff, you can see that actually when I said that you were the only people still left on the island, I was wrong. There is still a group of people left on the island. They're on the far end of the island.
That's fine.
And you can see just the tent has just been like taken down and like is being packed up.
Okay.
Okay.
The circus is over there, just like, well, we're not getting paid anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna wait till this place starts to like at least burn significantly.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna make sure both Yule and Tedros see me flee as Dieter,
Okay.
and I'm gonna get on the Orchid
Okay.
and sail it out as far as I can.
Okay. It takes you a minute to get it set up.
Yeah, of course.
Because sailing those ships are not meant to sail.
Oh no, it's like a galleon. So
yeah, with one person. However, you served on this specific ship. You've been a sailor your entire life.
yeah,
If you need to use your second spell slot to use Unseen Servant to like get another hand,
I probably do. Yeah.
yeah. But between you and an Unseen Servant, you can like at least get the sails down and just get the ship moving.
Okay.
You really don't need to like. You're not trying to steer somewhere specific.
Yeah,
you're not trying to. You're just trying to get the ship moving in a straight line, and then, yeah, once it's out a good enough amount, you can just hop off.
While he's on the ship, he's very emotional because he cherishes time on this ship. So he's gonna just give it a once over, walk around like he used to. All the places he served, he walks around that. He goes up in the crow's nest where he served, where he killed a couple pirates up from, and then goes into the captain's quarters and just sees whatever Dieter has probably done to it.
Yeah, he's got it decorated to his own. It's a similar style to his bedroom. Currently, there's not a lot of stuff in there because it's like it was at dock and he wasn't keeping anything in there right now. But like generally, just like you can tell it's been decorated differently.
I'm gonna look down in the spot where I was stabbed.
Yeah, you can. You're not sure if you're imagining it or not, but there is definitely like you can almost see a stain in the floor where you were stabbed.
Okay, and then I'm gonna. Does he have like the windows in the back in the captain's quarters that look out?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like look out over the ocean and just say to all of you who were lost that day, I hope this sets it right. And I'm just gonna walk up to where I was thrown off overboard. And take one look back at the ship and jump off.
All right. And you can take, the ship will probably be recovered. Honestly, like people are able to give a direction, and it's only going in a straight line. It'll take a while, but the ship can be recovered. You're kind of in this sense setting the ship free from the captivity that it's been in since you were thrown off.
So under the water, and as soon as I get over the surface, I'm gonna go deep, not super deep, maybe like 50 feet down.
Yeah.
And then drop the disguise and probably hang out in the water until it's dark.
Okay.
Like
it is dark.
Well, I'm gonna start swimming.
This has all been in the middle of the night, basically.
Okay. I'm gonna start swimming back towards the mainland because we said we'd meet up at a bar later.
Like at Titan's Grave proper.
Yeah.
Okay. I will say, as you get like land in the ocean, after jumping off the edge of the Orchid,
it's a pretty big fall.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say jumping off from the deck of the Orchid, where you like the place where you were pushed off overboard into the cold water. You're like retracing your steps in a way.
Okay. Trauma.
Flashes of memories start to come back.
Oh, interesting.
You falling into the water with your arms wrapped around the captain, feeling your injury from where you were stabbed, it's two of you. You're injured. You're tired. You were fighting. Swimming was not really an option.
No.
And you remember a presence coming to you. You remember being in the water. You remember feeling the cold setting in. You remember feeling your lungs burning. You remember trying to take a breath finally, like not able to hold your breath anymore, trying to take a breath and feeling the water rush in. And that is when you remember that the presence coming to you. You remember an offer. It wasn't words, really. It was more just pure intention communicated to you. You're not sure if it was to your into your mind, if you heard it, or if you just kind of felt it. In this place, like on the edge of death, you were given an offer to seek your revenge and protect the world from a threat in a similar way to your vow to the Navy, to protect Titan's Grave, similar to that vow, but to the whole world. And you remember being offered vengeance, and you remember accepting. And you remember uh, it just felt like the water just vanished from your lungs before you passed out,
Mm-hmm.
and then the next thing was you waking up on that beach.
Yeah.
And all of these memories come back as you jump off the edge of the orchid and start swimming your way back to the mainland.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. While Monty is swimming back, the rest of you, the other two of you, are just kind of standing on. Are you just like standing like in like what was the dining area, just like watching the place burn?
No, as soon as Monty headed for the ship, Yule heads for town.
Okay, so you go and grab a boat.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can find one of like Dieter's boats because like all the other boats that you took are gone. So you can find one of Dieter's boats, and you're gonna have to row just like your way back. It's gonna take you a while, but you can just like kind of start rowing your way back and heading to town. And then is Tedros hanging out?
Yeah, Tedros is gonna hang out, and in places where the fire has already burned, he will kind of try and get some of that soot and stuff on his clothing, on his jacket.
Just wait for the Navy to show up.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I was gonna say you will on your way out. I should mention, as you go and like go, you can see the tent being taken down. You can see people deconstructing the circus and getting ready to move it to who knows where. And you can see the shapes kind of look in your direction.
She's rowing, and you can see her kind of slow down and stop and stare at them back.
You can see them kind of moving, and then you can see the one silhouette that is not immediately familiar to you just strides into the crowd and clearly says something to all of them, kind of gestures around at them, pointing towards the tent and everything, clearly, the taskmaster, and gets them all back into working and breaks them out of staring after you.
She'll stop and continue rowing.
Okay. All right. You continue rowing, so you go for the mainland. As you're going, you'll see ships start making their way towards the island. Naval ships start making their way around. And Tedros, that's when they start docking at the island, and sailors and captains start leaping off the ship and coming over and like trying to gather buckets, but like the place is kind of like ablaze at this point.
Yeah.
With the amount of oil and paper and stuff that you.
Please find the letter.
Well, Tedros
has the letter.
Tedros has the letter.
Oh my god. All right.
So yeah, as they're doing that, Captain Phoenix Rainway, the oldest captain, will like make his way over as the full Navy is setting up a bucket brigade, just trying to douse this fire with as much as best they can. And as they're doing that, Captain Rainway will come up to you and just go, "What the hell is going on here? What happened? Where is Captain Von Stark?"
He ran.
He ran from what?
I don't know, but I'm supposed to give you this.
Takes it, he flips it over, and he sees the seal, and he says, flips it back, looks at you. "What is this?"
Read it.
He like pulls a knife out of his pocket, like a folding knife out of his pocket, and pries the seal off, and looks at it and reads it. And he looks at it. He doesn't seem to be looking too hard at the handwriting. It seems that he is the handwriting. I rolled, but the handwriting does successfully fool him. And he reads it, his brow furrowing, and then you can see his hands. The hand holding the letter starts to shake a little bit. The hand holding the envelope, he just crushes it and is like just crumples it up into a tiny little ball. Thank you.
What does it say?
That is business for the Navy. Thank you for delivering it. Are you all right?
I'll be all right if somebody could escort me back to the mainland. I'll make my way back to. I'll make my way back from there. It's been a very long night.
You'll have to wait a minute. All hands are going to be to keeping this place
Yeah.
from burning completely to the ground so we can scour every inch of it for Lord Von Stark and where he may have gone.
Yeah, I understand.
But someone will bring you back, and I assume you mean to Titan's Grave City, not the mainland.
Do I mean Titan's Grave City? Is that what
You do, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There, you guys have seen the map. Titan's Grave does have a mainland, and
Right.
it's
Yeah.
a
Yes.
vast, untamed jungle.
Yes.
No, there's one
Yes.
city there. The whole
Yes.
place is hard to live in.
Yes.
It's the best place.
You are correct.
Let's all go there.
Tedros like looks and says, like, I know you can't tell me much, but what happened here?
What happened here, I can't say. You were here to see whatever caused this fire. But if I had to guess, I would say that Lord Von Stark had things he didn't want people to find out about him. And so he decided to try and destroy the evidence, looks like with you inside.
Yeah.
Is the young lady safe?
No. Well, yes, she is safe. She's not here. She headed off. Probably to go get help. Hopefully to go get help, but
What about the
figured-
servants?
he sent the servants home.
Something at least. All right. If you wait by the ships, I'll make sure you get back to land.
Thank you, Captain.
Thank you. And he goes to oversee the attempts to put out the fire, just hand gripped tight on the top of his cane as you watch him go and supervise because he can't really help too much. So Yule's probably getting back to land first. So you get back, you can see the lights of Titan's Grave as you're rowing towards them. And where are you going in particular? You're muted.
Yeah, I see that. So prior to getting within line of sight of the mainland, like once she's like out of ways where like people can't see her, she can't see people, she's going to like gingerly lower herself out of the canoe or out of the boat or whatever and into the water so that she's just soaking wet. And then she's gonna get back into the boat and take her hair out of, she's got it in this like the main short part of it that is not the braid, she's got in a bun, and so she'll take it out of the bun and shake it out, and she just looks like a sopping creature, a little wet head of lettuce. And she is gonna then row into the into shore and head well, first she'll grab out of her bag like one of the cloaks. She always keeps at least one cloak on her. So she'll grab one of the cloaks and wrap it around herself and start like fake kind of shivering and wander to the nearest like tavern looking like well populated place.
As you like, you can make landfall at like the docks. You can still see the glow of Dieter's house burning on the horizon. Like the fire is big, and you can see like just the glow with like the trail of black smoke coming off of it. And yeah, you can make your way to the first tavern you see.
And
you can see your ship docked like right over there.
She'll just wander in and looking around, like how populated is it? How many people are in here?
It's pretty late at night. It's like the middle of the night at this point, because it was like dinner time ish around when like Dieter died, so it was like getting dark or I think it was dark at that point. So it's like at that point it's like you all went inside, you looked around, you went into his room, you forged a letter, you investigated the lever, you went downstairs, like you did a lot of stuff. So it's like probably like 3 a.m. right now.
Okay. So not many people in here at all.
No, it's like a couple of people just like sitting there, clearly like anyone who's in here is not having a good time. At this point, at this time of night.
Okay, so then she'll go up to the bar and
Mhm.
try and get the attention of the bartender.
Yeah, you can see just like you actually have to like knock basically, and then the bartender comes out from like a back room, like wasn't just like tending bar at 3 in the morning, was just like going and doing other things. Just, oh, are you all right there, miss?
No, I need help.
What's happened? What's the matter?
Lord Dieter von Stark, he's gone mad, and he's fled.
Fled where? What do you mean? What mad? What sort of madness? Here, have a seat. Have a seat. And he like pours gets you like a mug of cider and just like hands it to you and like pulls up a chair.
She grabs it and she sits down, and she's a pretty good actress, so like her eyes are misting a little bit, and she's like, Dieter von Stark and I we hit it off at the event, and he confessed to me all sorts of horrible things. I don't understand many of them, but he did terrible things, and now he's fleeing. He can't stand up for his crimes, so he left, and he asked if I could go with him. He tried to take me with him on the ship, and I had to escape. He set everything on fire at the mansion.
Oh dear. Well, all right. Well, you're safe here now. Just have a seat. Go ahead and roll me a performance check with advantage, just to see how much of a push you give these rumors.
Ooh, that is a wait. Advantage means I roll twice, right?
Roll twice to take the better. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wait, is that? Oh my God, I'm sorry. I rolled a 16 and then I rolled a nat 20. So I did really well on that person.
Yule, when it comes to Dieter von Stark and his like reputation, Yule has and performance checks. Yule just like decides what his
wrapped
life
around
is.
her fingers.
Yeah, like the whole bar is like you have their rapt attention. People who are sleeping in rooms upstairs like come down to hear what you have to say.
Hell yeah.
She's got the like single tear going down the cheek.
Yeah, like you've got this whole like you got like 12 people and like you got their immediate attention. And you can hold it for as long as you want, basically. You can just like keep their attention for as long as you like.
She's gonna spin a yarn.
Okay.
And it's basically going to entail how she is just, this humble farm girl who came to the big city for this event and didn't expect to get any attention, but oh my God, she got she caught the eye of Dieter von Stark, and it was as if her wildest dreams had come true, a Cinderella story. She felt like the spring bean. And then something changed within him. Just over the course of a couple of hours, he just started going back and forth into the house, and the servants kept coming around, and he started getting agitated, and he then suddenly grabbed her hands and told her that he was leaving and she should come with him. And he pulled her along to the ship before she could even know what was going on. And she had to fight her way out of his grasp and jump off the ship to get to safety.
Fuck
yeah, you
yes.
have their full attention. You spin this yarn and tell them the story, and you have their attention for a while. So that's what you're doing.
Yes.
Montblanc is probably next to arrive at the back on Titan's grave. You can like swim your way up and like
40-foot swimming speed.
Do like the Navy SEAL thing where you can like peek your way up, look around, make sure there's no one around before you like climb your way back out onto land.
Yep. And I said I'd meet you at a tavern, so I'm gonna go to the one. I could probably figure out which one it is.
Yeah.
Probably not too many open.
Yeah, you can actually probably see like someone passing by get like pulled in by someone else inside. Like you can see like whoever is out at this time being kind of like drawn into this tavern, and you can see Yulyanya sitting there at like at the edge of the bar with like a small crowd of people gathered up, listening to her in the middle of this very in-depth story about Dieter's madness.
You have no idea why she's sopping wet.
I walk in looking like Monty.
Mm-hmm.
Do you look sopping wet?
Oh yeah, I was swimming.
Yes.
We just look at each other. Spider-Man meme. Monty, is that,
You alright? We got separated.
I was just telling them the story of how Dieter von Stark had gone mad and asked me to come with him to run away, fleeing from his misdeeds. It was so scary. He brought me onto the ship, and I had to jump off to get away from him.
I'm glad you got away. I'm gonna run and give you a big hug.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll get down and say, can we get a really strong drink for my friend?
Yeah.
Oh yes, absolutely, yes, and yeah, they'll go and get the drink. Tedros back on the island. They have started to get the fire under control, and they will one ship full of like basically they start to work. They're getting to work in shifts, and like the sailors who all like started off like putting the fire out start loading up onto a ship to go back and start to rest, and they can like then they'll go find more people to come out. So you get sailed back on that. It's a very tired, somber ride. It's not very long though.
Oh man.
And then this ship full of naval sailors pulls up into the main docks of Titan's Grave. And as they get off, and you know, it's like the sun is like it's starting to show a hint of rising in the distance. Tedros, you can like start looking around. You can see this one tavern that is still like pretty lit up, and there's like clearly people gathered inside. And all of these sailors need a place to drink after you know going and helping put out a fire. So of course, most of them make their way into this bar and also start listening to that Nat 20 of a tale, and just the crowd of people who are going to spread this rumor grows. And the three of you can reunite as
Yulyanya tells the story, like obviously, like it gains more and more flourishes, like with each version, and thus I can only assume it becomes a game of telephone where people are like, and he had a knife to her throat, like it just goes wildly out of control.
Oh, of course.
I'm gonna lean down and whisper into Yulyanya's ear and say, "I owe you more than you know."
Oh God, no! This was. It came naturally, and it was fun, honestly. But more importantly, he was a very bad man, and you did what you needed to do. Now we just need to fix it.
Yeah.
And yeah, eventually, like now that like your friends have shown up, they're like, okay, you have people. You're like we don't have.
We're secluded at a little table by ourselves.
You're you're left alone to yourselves. You're basically everyone else is now talking about this. The sailors are like, yeah, we just came from there. The whole place was on fire. He must have set the place. He apparently set it on fire trying to destroy evidence or something. It makes sense if he was going nuts. Like they just kind of come in and corroborate the story.
This is amazing.
So like it's just kind of the rumor is just self-sustaining at this point.
Fantastic.
And, like with you all hanging out, like it's starting to pre-dawn. The fishermen are starting to come out. You know, as they're coming out, like they're not coming into the bar. As the sailors are leaving, it's like, hey, did you hear what happened over on? And like just the first bits of the rumor begin to spread, and the center point of that spreading rumor is the docks in the commerce district, so the most highly trafficked area of town.
Hell yeah.
I wanted to go to where the like lower class people are, where the rumors can spread more easily and more quickly, and I wanted the people who need to take power to know there's power to be taken.
So yeah, you all are sitting at this table, wet, tired. It is now like dawn the next day, and you have not slept.
I'm dry.
You're dry. Yes, you took a boat back.
And I'm hammered.
Yeah.
I've been leading the bar in Halfling Valley folk songs, so incredible. Drinking songs aplenty.
I'll sing sea shanties.
Sea shanties plus valley shanties.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is incredible. I want to go to this party.
It does.
You know what they say.
What?
You know what they say.
What did they say?
Best friends Best friends, family.
Best friends or family?
Yeah. The accent probably
Well,
slips a little bit into his actual accent when he's drunk.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I found out? Family's not actually family.
Oh, really? We didn't know that.
But
Huh.
yes,
How do you find
friends
that
can
out?
be family. Oh, well, my family didn't even care to look for me. They
Oh.
thought I was fine, I guess.
We better go give them a stern talking to.
Stern talking to. I don't know. I think you already tried to talk to my patron.
Okay.
I want to talk to the rest of your family and I'll give them stern words for abandoning you, though.
The rest of my family, I think, just were doing whatever my sister said, and I get the feeling sister's not actually in control like I thought she was.
Oh, Teddy. It's Teddy.
Yeah.
Who?
Tedros. Teddy. The teddy bear.
Tedros. Tedros.
Teddy bear Tedros. Tedros.
Hi.
Tedros. Tedros, come here.
Yes, Tedros.
Tedros, come here. Come here.
I need my wingman. Come here.
Tedros, come here.
Tedros has not had a drop of alcohol since
Mhm.
all of this
Mhm.
happened. He...
Tedros, I just want to tell you, you're handsome.
Tedros, you're so nice.
You're so
Did you
nice.
know that you were so nice?
You're
You're
the
like
Yeah,
the nicest person I've ever met.
you're the best of us.
It's insane. How could someone be so nice?
Maybe they got some died.
I mean, I used to be pretty nice, I think.
Me too, and
You're both still nice.
oh,
I don't
thanks.
want to be nice anymore.
Me neither.
It doesn't really get me anywhere.
No, it doesn't.
Cheers to that.
Okay.
Down. We'll say I've spent like 20 gold on alcohol so far.
Oh God! All right, you bought rounds for everybody.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely. Definitely
You'll
for that
enjoy
last
drinking
one,
for free.
Tedros is gonna make it taste like absolute shit
For me?
to get them both, for both of you, to get both of them to stop drinking.
That last one was real bad. I think I need another.
No.
What's
no.
in my
I'm gonna give
dream?
myself the poison condition.
Something's in
Mhm.
my dream.
Yeah, here,
It's weird.
here. Try mine. I'll try yours. It might just be our palates here. No, this one's bad too.
It's worse.
Okay. All right. All right.
I'm gonna
All
make
right.
it.
How about
I'm gonna
how
make
about we wash? How about we wash the taste out with some water?
I'm gonna make a con save to see if I
Get some-
don't throw up. Huzzah! 19 for con save.
All right, you're doing good.
Whoa, it's like one of those like very drunk belches that you almost kind of throw up on. Just oh.
She keeps forgetting that the drink tastes bad and like
Just
taking a
keeps
sip
drinking
and
it.
then starting to
Oh.
sob again. Just
It's-
like quietly
oh.
sobbing
That last one
and
tasted.
drinking it and
Ugh.
sobbing.
The last
Yeah.
one tasted better going up.
Okay. And Tedros will, he'll ask for like a spoon and like some. He'll say just give me a spoon and like, and some water, in like a small dish. Just trust me
Yeah.
on this.
Oh yeah.
And he will like scoop out some of the water and make a show of mixing it in, and cast prestidigitation and make it the water tastes absolutely delicious. Be like, all right, you two give this a try.
One second, I think I have a drink on my person. And I pull up the acid vial and I go to drink and I go, wait, no.
Okay.
No, that's acid.
Yul takes the water and
Not the fun
drinks
kind.
it, and then
Ugh.
she immediately starts crying again.
Oh, I don't cry.
It's
Oh, we try. I mean, it's... Why does it taste like treacle tart?
I've
sunshine and rainbows and puppies.
Oh, and a hint of lobster bisque. That's interesting.
Oh, this tastes so good.
I've heard that when you get really, really drunk, drinking water is the best.
This is water?
This
Yeah?
is water? I feel lied to.
Where did you get this water?
Why does it
Got
taste
it from-
good? Water doesn't taste good.
Tedros, give me more. Where did you get it?
There's. Can I get a picture?
She's gonna
Picture of
complain
water,
about
please?
how water doesn't taste good while still like chugging the water.
Absolutely. And
Tastes
he
like
will
fucking
continue
air.
to fake this mixing it in thing, and he'll flavor the pitcher with his third use and just keep
Can I bring
feeding them.
Tedros home with me, please? 'Cause I need flavored water on demand.
Yeah, right? Oh, man.
Well, Yule is eventually probably going to just like start falling asleep in her seat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm right there, too.
We're close to the Silver Maw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like right at the dock, right outside.
It's like, all right, how about I'm tired. I'd like to go get some sleep. Do you guys want to come? Go get some
Yes.
sleep.
Yeah.
It's for the dead.
I want to go pet the monkey.
Okay. Yes.
That sounds like a euphemism. Yep.
What's a euphemism?
I don't know anymore.
All right, let's go. It's just a lot of herding cats.
Lead the way, Tedros, and I
Mhm.
get up and I
Yes.
Okay.
immediately fall under the table.
And Yule's just gonna go and like grab his hand and try and like
Oh.
pull him and be like, Monty, we go
Oh
home.
no, the table broke in half. I'll
It's
pay for
okay.
that. I'll pay for it.
We got to go home.
Yeah. Another round on me.
No
Oh.
more rounds on him. No more
Oh.
rounds on him. We're good. We're good. Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Things will get better, I assure you.
Yule just appears like a zombie as she just like in her little cloak huddles and waddles home.
All right. You can all make your way back over to the ship, your familiar ship. Get on board, find your way to your beds, and then pass out in bed
Yeah, immediately.
at like 6 in the morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah. That's when I go to bed normally, so. Because I work really late.
Yeah. And just before he goes to bed, Tedros will feed the cat.
Okay.
Yule pets the monkey on its head and then goes to sleep.
Okay. So you can all go to bed. You can all fall asleep, waking up. You'll wake up in like the middle of the day, like
Yeah,
late
of
at
course.
like mid to late afternoon, probably like 2 to 4 p.m. somewhere in there.
Perfect.
But yeah, you all get the benefits of a long rest.
Fantastic. Tedros is also going to swap around some spells. Because he's probably going to need to do some other stuff.
I throw
that's
up at one of like the porthole windows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Definitely one of the spells that he will be preparing is... Oh, it's already prepared. Less Restoration. In case it's, still bad.
I wish Tedros could have made
Fair.
that taste better. Ugh. Fuck it, I'm gonna knock on everybody's doors.
All right.
Yule doesn't answer.
Alright, fair. Alright.
We'll prep that. I
She's just like face down in the foam. There's no waking her unless you like physically go in there.
I'm gonna dress out of these fancy clothes that I've thoroughly probably ruined
Mm-hmm.
and put on the old naval jacket
Okay.
and make sure I got the anchor on me.
Okay.
Back to Monty.
If I remember correctly, you took a thing when you got to level 3 as a warlock.
I'm only level 2 warlock.
Oh, you're only 2
I don't
level
have pack.
warlock?
I don't have pack.
You don't
pack
have
of the
Blade.
blade yet. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
That's
gotcha.
next.
Okay.
Where is the naval captain's saber? That
Oh fuck! I didn't grab it. Oops.
I would
Wait,
like
you
to
didn't grab what?
The saber that Yule wanted.
What do you mean you didn't grab it? I thought you put it on your person. Like, as soon
Did
as she
I?
handed it to you. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, cool. I have it.
Yeah.
I'll just, like, slide it under the door if I can.
Yule is still asleep.
Yeah, I'll just slide it under the door.
Fantastic. Amazing. Thank you.
I think there's a high. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I got my stuff figured out. Tedros will pop into. He'll knock on Yule's door to see if she's awake.
I'm probably right there too, trying to slide the saber under the door.
That's not gonna fit.
Won't answer the door.
Tedros will check to see if the door is unlocked.
It's unlocked.
Okay. He will. What are you doing? He will slowly walk in, and he'll say, "Hey, it's me."
The way Yule is laying, face down in a pit of foam, she literally looks dead. If you want to wake her, you will have to touch her.
He will walk over, and he will put an arm on her shoulder, and I will guess I'm using spell slots already. He will cast Lesser Restoration.
Lester Restoration.
Lester.
Only restore people named Lester.
That's my backup character, Lester.
And if there's any trace of alcohol poisoning left, that will get purged.
Okay.
She immediately shoots straight up and is like,
No.
Okay. All right. You don't. Oh, okay.
Did I miss something?
Nope.
Nope. You got it.
Here you
You
go.
got it.
Saber.
Sword! And she'll run over and grab the sword and then just start doing a little happy dance with the sword. And then be like, wait a minute. I'm still wearing a soggy cabbage dress. And she'll look at the two boys and just go, out.
Recommendation: just don't carry that sword in public here for the time being.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna go drink more.
Sorry, Tedros. Thank you for waking me. I need to change.
Yeah, I know. I'll be on the deck.
I'll see you in a moment. And she will shut the door and change into one of the other beautiful dresses that she has no occasion to wear. She'll go with the fall one. It was just like this cascading, like orangey leafy feather effect. And then she's going to pick up the leaf dress and take it with her the cabbage dress, and take it with her upstairs to meet Tedros on the deck.
Okay.
I'm on the deck too, just like running my hands over the scar where I was stabbed by Dater all those years ago. Just
Tedros.
Mm-hmm. And he's sitting there with his clothes from the night before, and he's slowly, one by one, mending as many of the damages to it as he can.
So, I think I've ruined my cabbage dress.
We'll
Well,
see.
I had to get in the water for the story to make sense.
That's fine. Bring it here. I'll see if
She
there's
just
anything
holds
I
it out to him.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm
And-
keeping my outfit.
that's probably for the better.
Yulyanya's cabbage dress is when she feels most like herself.
That's fair.
He will try and use a combination of prestidigitation, mending to touch it up as much as he can. I don't know how much he can do with it.
It's just been soaked in seawater, so
Yeah, so it's not
can't
too
be
bad.
that bad.
Blow
Yeah.
dryer.
Similar for his own clothing, but that's been, he's been chewed on and slashed up. So that might take a little bit more doing, but he'll do what he can.
Okay, get yourselves all cleaned up and looking more presentable.
Thank you, Tedros. I know that we don't have more events to attend in terms of the Dieter marriage thing, but I figured I should still wear these dresses.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
of course.
Honestly, I haven't had clothes this nice since I left home, so it's
Yeah.
nice to have something.
And if we have if we have to go to a trial, I mean,
I
Well,
feel
I
like this might be
figure a
little
lot of-
fancy for a trial.
I figure a lot of eyes might be on me in the future, so I might as well look like someone worth putting eyes on.
of course, makes sense. I think.
To be clear, you don't need to go to a trial, but the trial at court is where you would clear your family's name.
100%. I am intending on going to that.
Right. Yes. So basically, you would know pretty much the way you would do that is pretty much that process will start once you have to start that process. Basically, is what it is. It won't just happen. You would need to kind of just present yourself and be like, hey, this is who I am. He's a shit, and I would like to clear my family's name. And then you can start presenting evidence and everything. They would set a date and stuff and bring everyone together.
I need to go find Captain Rainway. Can you two come with me?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. I'm gonna stand up.
Mm-hmm.
I assume I know how to get to where he is.
Depends on where he is. He's one of two places. He's either at the main naval fort, or he's still at Dieter's Island overseeing the fire putting out stuff.
I'd probably just go to the naval fort then.
Okay. So you are heading to. Let me remind myself what that little island is called. What is it? Hold on 1 second. It is Fort Keystone.
All right.
The primary naval fort. It's on its own island, so you'll need to take the boat.
Yeah.
But it sits at the mouth of the bay.
All right. You two don't have to come with. I'd like it if you did, but I'm probably gonna leave now.
Yes, I have nothing better to do.
We could drink
Yeah.
first, calm the nerves, and then.
I think we had enough last night.
I also think you had enough.
I feel great.
It's good
I
for
mean,
you.
I feel great too, but I think Tedros cast some sort of weird magic on me this morning.
He did.
Just a little bit.
Just a little.
Just a little.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Oh,
I didn't want the spring bean to be soggy.
that sounds like a euphemism.
What's a euphemism?
Tedros will tell you later, I think.
It's when you say a thing that means another thing.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
usually
so-
when people say euphemism, they mean something else for talking about.
Copulation.
Oh, yes, you guys think that there's an S word too. Gotcha.
No.
What?
It's just
None of you ever say sex. I think I'm the only one who's ever said sex.
Tedros.
I'm not having any sex. What do you
Everyone
want me to-
speaks
Oh, I am-
around
I
it.
am all
It's
the
just
time.
so
What do you think?
strange. I don't understand. What's the problem with the word?
Nothing. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
It's
nothing
great.
at all. Yeah, it's great. It's the best.
Well, anyway, what is our mission?
Fort Keystone, and I'm gonna reveal myself to the Navy and try to clear my family's name. So, I'll hopefully start a trial to clear my family's name of the lies and wrongdoings that were done to us.
How do we explain you suddenly coming here, having the opportunity to clear your family's name because suddenly Dieter von Stark runs away and
Dieter.
confesses to these things? How does that not seem a little suspicious just with this timing is all I'm
he was
saying.
pretty vocal with his soiree. The ship we were on got invited to it. That's how I learned about it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna come here and set things right. And then he left.
Right. Except you've been with us this entire time.
Yeah.
People have seen you with us.
Then we don't free my family and I just leave then, because then there's nothing else I can do.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that we need to have some sort of an explanation.
He found out that I was here and hid me away. I mean,
maybe we say that you're the reason why
he left.
he did all of this. You're the reason he left.
Yeah.
You came, you threatened to expose him for the truth of the matter,
Yeah.
and he freaked out and fled. We can, back that up. Everyone from last night can back that up.
All right, let's go with that then. Oh boy, if I get imprisoned, I mean, that's what happens. So,
You'll be out before the week is up.
yeah.
One way or the other.
But don't try breaking me out if they do put me away for the time being. Just let due process take its course, I guess. I don't want to sully my family name any more than it has been. So.
Sully your family name?
Ha 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 ha.
I'm realizing I have only been seen with you pretty much once this time last night. Sorry, I'm still just trying to figure out how to delicately
pretty simple.
manage.
Just say you thought I was Montblanc, because that's the identity I've been going by for the last 15 or so years. Don't reveal that you know that I'm Sullivan Orncroft.
Yeah.
Yes. I'll say that we were merely friends. Everything was coincidental, and Dieter fell for me genuinely.
Yeah. And you did put on a pretty convincing performance last night, so...
Yeah, there's no way they'll think it was a lie.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright, let's go.
Yep. I'm gonna start sailing towards Fort Keystone.
Okay. You sail your way over. You spent a lot of time there.
Of course I did.
Main base of the Navy in Titan's Grave. You can get over there, but there are docks around the outside, but you can't really go in unless you are there on official naval business.
Yeah.
So you can basically pull up the docks, and there's naval sailors at the docks on the fort and say, "What's your business here?"
Wish to confess to something. Help the Navy with an investigation. I have some information.
All right. Which investigation?
The fleeing of Dieter von Stark.
What name should we give to? We need to talk. We need to get someone. What name should we?
I look to the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
For reassurance. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Sullivan Orncroft.
Wait here, please.
Yep.
And then one of them stays there, and then one of them hurries off back inside, and then eventually, pretty quickly, Captain Rainway and Captain Eastburn, the one that you spoke to,
Oh fuck yes.
make their way down, and as they both see you, they have different reactions of recognition, and then they see you, and Captain Rainway speaks first and says, "What did you say your name was?"
Sullivan Orncroft.
Sullivan Orncroft is wanted for mutiny, or he's presumed dead.
Yes. And I heard that a certain captain of the Orchid had fled. So I decided now would be the best time to come forward.
And Captain Eastburn says, "You were at the party last night."
That's correct. I wish to confront Dieter von Stark at his soiree about the mutiny that he framed me for, and it seems like I might have spooked him off the island.
They kind of look at each other. They confer a little bit, and then they look back at you, and Captain Eastburn says, in light of recent events, perhaps it would be prudent to reopen your case.
I agree.
Though, given that you are still technically wanted for a crime, our due diligence would require us to detain you until the trial date. However, something more akin to house arrest here in the fort, as opposed to the dungeons, given recent information, seems more appropriate, especially since you came here of your own volition.
Of course. Whatever you need.
Right. Would you please come with us?
Yep, I look back at the two of them. As long as they're free to go.
Actually, I've come here to make a report of my own.
All right. Well, what sort of report?
Attempted kidnapping.
Well, okay. Who tried to kidnap you?
Dieter von Stark.
Of course you did. Okay. Okay.
You can see the matter is quite urgent. You don't want it getting out that the head of your navy is a you know,
Yep.
kidnapper, possible pirate.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Orncroft.
Captain Rainway, this is my friend who I'm thankful to say was able to get away from him.
I see. All right. You two don't seem terribly surprised by this revelation of identity.
Respectfully, I have found myself in a burning building, and it's been there's a lot of that's happened right now, and
Well, I can't fault you for something, especially if this trial turns up your innocence. If your trial turns up your innocence, then there is no problem with their associating with you because you are no criminal.
I mean, in terms of my surprise about Monty not being Monty, as long as I've known him, he's been an incredibly genuine person. He saved me on many occasions, and he helped me when I had no one on my side. He's a true gentleman, and when I was scared, alone, with Dieter von Stark, all I could think was that if Monty was there, I'd have nothing to be afraid of. He might be someone I don't know in terms of his past. His past might be a mystery because of some wrongs that were committed against him. And maybe people judged him before knowing anything about what he actually did or who he actually was. But I'm not going to judge him for that. I'm going to judge him for what he's shown me. And he's shown me that he's a good man.
Well, we'll be the ones doing the judging. So, all right. Whoever wants to come in, come in. Everybody else leave.
I'll step off the ship.
All right. Come on. You're certainly coming with.
We all go, I think.
Captain Eastburn says to you, what Captain Rainway means is if you still are afraid and you would like to be in protective custody, we can have that arranged. Otherwise, you can stay wherever it is you have been staying, and you can give your testimony at the trial.
I think that we'll be fine. I mean, as long as Dieter doesn't come back.
If he does, then he'll have a trial to attend, and we'll have someone we'll certainly have someone to hold responsible for all this.
Does that mean that we have to leave Monty?
again, Captain Eastburn, the nicer of the two, will say, your options are either he's staying here. If you'd like to be in protective custody here, you can be, but otherwise, if you'd like to be able to move around freely and not be stuck on this island, you still would be able to come visit him. But
Okay,
yes,
I think it's best we stay outside.
all right. Then we will.
She's gonna. Has Monty been led away already, or
Not yet. He's still there. Like they're the ones who'll be
She's
leading him away.
she's just like making eye contact with him to just sort of make sure he's okay?
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Then we'll be off. But do we know a court date?
No, we just found out that there's going to be one about 5 minutes ago. So, we will let you know. Where are you staying?
With Lady Stanway.
All right. We will send word to Lady Stanway's estate as soon as we know.
Thank you.
Right. Mr. Orncroft, please
Yes.
come with us.
Gladly. Look at the two of them, just give a slight nod.
Mhm.
And she'll just clarify. Should I not give a full testimony of a report before the trial, though? While it's fresh on my mind.
I suppose if you want to, but the most important will be speaking. We'll be taking a full account of Dieter's crimes at the trial, so that will be the most important time to.
Seems like such a strange way to do things. In the valley, we like to know what happened immediately. But
Well, normally we would be, but there seems to be a heap of crimes here. So
all right,
if
that's
it
fine.
was
I
the only crime,
understand.
then yes. But he's missing. He stole a ship.
I understand.
Yes.
I will keep it in my head.
Yes. If you'd like to write it down, send a letter. We will keep that and have that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Orncroft, would you mind relinquishing your anchor?
Oh man, yeah, he hands it over.
One of the sailors takes and just goes, oh! And like stumbles a second as he takes it.
Oh, apologies. The chain makes it easier to wield.
Right.
Okay. Actually, if it's all the same with you, I'll hang on to that.
Sure. Go ahead, take it.
And Tedros will. Tedros is going to, he's gonna grab the anchor and put it over his shoulder and do his best to not look like he's struggling with it, even though I'm pretty sure he is.
Okay.
I'm also going to give Tedros my vial of acid.
Okay.
Well, I'll see you two
All
on
right.
the other side.
All right. We will be taking him, and thank you for bringing this to our attention. And he turns to you, Sullivan, and says, let's get this taken care of.
Yes, I agree. Let's go.
All right. And they bring Monty Sully inside to basically show him to a set of rooms. It's like a guest room, basically, where he'll be staying for a bit. And the other two of you head back to Lady Stanway's?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. You can make your way back over. You kind of have to walk all the way back, but eventually you make your way to Lady Stanway's estate. As you get inside, you see her, and she says, "There the two of you are. I've been worried sick. I haven't seen all of you since last night."
A lot happened last night, Lady Stanway.
Well, I've certainly heard rumors, my dear. Where is our third friend?
He's been arrested.
On what
Turned
charge?
himself- Mutiny. Turned himself in.
I see.
Thought it would be a good time to do so now that Dieter's in the wind.
Wow, so
Try
there will be
and
a
Clear his
trial
family
then.
name. Yeah.
She nods and then just turns and walks into another room. And then she comes back with 2 envelopes in hand.
Yes.
And she says, I received these from another friend of yours, the one that left the other night.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Princess?
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
This, I understand, instructions were sent, but this is addressed to your friend, well, I believe it's addressed to Montblanc. However, I understand that this letter, she holds up the second one, officially names Sir Sullivan Orncroft as a knight of the nation of Avalia, and
What?
the protections of such, the protections of Avalia extended to him by its princess.
Huh?
Oh my! Yul just starts like tearing up.
Which means any representation for him in the trial would technically be represented, would be a representative of Avalia, not through Titan's Grave. Which means that one band from the courts of Titan's Grave could speak on his behalf as a representative through Avalia. We should give word to his mother. And that's where we're going to end the session for the night.
Fuck.
Oh my god!
Princess did
Oh
not
my
leave you guys without
God!
noble representation. Princess
I'm gonna
left you guys.
cry.
Princess sent a couple letters and made sure that you guys would be able to basically put you under her umbrella
Not
as
me being
Princess
so
of Avalia.
touched.
Oh man.
Which means that you technically have noble representation here from another country,
I'm a
which
knight.
means that Montblanc's mom, will be able to speak at his trial
Oh my god, that is amazing.
as one of the most politically adept nobles
Yeah.
in all of Titan's Grave,
Oh yeah.
who has had time to pore over the evidence for about a full
Oh, yeah.
36 hours at this point.
Yep.
She's gonna get the letter and be like, I've been waiting on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Hell
So that's where
yes.
we're going to pick up. I will tell you, there's going to be a few days of downtime just as we move up to the trial date. We'll go through some things that happen in there. Montblanc will have some conversations with some of the other captains and things. But mostly for Yule and Tedros, you will have a few days of downtime. So if there's anything you want to do next week for that, start thinking about it.
Plotting,
so you have
planning,
an idea.
scheming.
Yes. So you know what you're going to be doing ahead of time. But yeah, that is where we're going to be going, and we are heading towards the trial of Sullivan Orncroft versus Dieter von Stark.
That
in
all-
Naval Court.
Oh, my heart. I can't take it.
Let's out
All
all.
right.
Let's out all of the bad Navy people. Let's burn them all to the ground.
So yeah, that is where we're ending things for the week. So thank you for joining us, everybody, and come back next week to find out where this is all going.
Political intrigue.
I will not be here next week, so I don't know.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
2
Then
weeks.
yes, 2 weeks. So come back on the 25th to see where this is all going.
Yep.
All right.